I'm laughing at the title because a part of me is like, yo, much better.
Yeah. It's possible. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yo, that's exactly what I was thinking when I was about to change it.
Right.
And then I was like, no, yo, I'm not about to provide this crutch.
Right. This provokes thought. Like,
right.
The title provokes that we can do better, because hopefully what it will do is for people that will watch it and see that, have them thinking of ways we could do better. And then they might actually come to the realization
at some point, at some place, in some aspect, in some way, they might actually deign to do better.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for.
It's a shot.
You gotta be successful.
Facts. It's a shot in the dark.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
This is my Hail Mary. Like, hey, bro, can we do better?
What's up, Benny? This is your come with me.
Right. Like, bro, can we do better? Like, not like, I'm not asking about ability. I'm saying, could we?
Is it possible? Like, in the realm of in the properties that make up this reality, is there some way that this all could be better? Like,
bruh. And the answer is ostensibly yes.
Yeah.
What's up,
Ken? Buenos.
Yeah. Good. How long were you there?
Yeah, because SPJ just left there.
Yeah. But yeah, we can do better.
I think so.
We can do better. No, really some drastic things have to happen.
Yeah, and it's also another question: will we though?
No.
Yeah, there's plenty of things I could do.
Yeah,
but will I?
Right. See, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna provide a crutch, but I'm also not gonna revert into idealism.
No,
we're not about to do.
Let's just provoke thought with the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Better?
Yes.
I think I did see a post from you about playing disc golf in a disc golf tournament. I think I did see a post on Facebook. That's good shit. Ken living his best life. See, this is what I'm talking about. This man lives in a place that's forever spring.
Right.
He goes and plays his disc golf tournament, which I've seen videos of. It looks fun as fuck. Right? It does. It looks fun as fuck. And he's just living his best life.
Yeah.
And he left the United States. I'm just saying. We could. There is a way to do better, but sometimes doing better requires.
Yo, I saw. Can't remember who it was.
6 years now.
I think I read. What up, Mike?
Yo, Mike.
Listen, listen. I'm not. All I require is that you try. I don't need success.
No,
I just need you to try. Make it attempt.
Somewhere in the attempt, something might.
Yeah, something might shake loose, and But yeah, it's funny that you say that because I just I can't remember what fucking platform it was. It was either Twitter or TikTok, but I seen this video and he was like, a lot of the problem with people moving forward is they don't realize that any movement that you make, moving forward, moving upward, first requires a departure.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I'm like, yo,
damn, that's a bar.
Facts, all facts.
That's a bar.
I'm like, okay, all right, my bad. You're right. I apologize for my outburst.
Yeah. I just want things. I want things to be a certain type of way, but it doesn't need to be a consistent certain type of way because life isn't consistent.
Yeah.
Shit switch up. Just can we just get to that? You know what I'm saying? Like something, little something.
Just like the idea of seeing it gives more people the idea that it's possible.
Yes. Absolutely.
Which leads to a higher possibility that it could be more consistent.
Right, because somebody, one of the very few that has been known to elevate amongst everybody else and drag everybody else along, might take it up as a cause, use their specific talents or whatever to pull everybody else along.
Absolutely.
That's typically how it works. You can't get the bulk of these fucking hominids to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. All facts.
Can't even argue. I'm just saying. It's a whole thing. Should I do the intro?
Yeah.
Thing?
Yeah.
So within that 5-minute thingy. All right. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ.
You
and I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, all this week, periodically, SBJ has been sending me certain stuff. I still don't know what exactly he's going to use, but I think we're about to find out.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not start off this particular episode on this particular day without doing this first. And
recording yet? I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all. Blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blacker than black, blacker than black, yo, because I'm black, and I'm.
All right, okay. So
it's kind of in the name, though, right? Like,
I mean, I'm just saying that's.
Oh man,
you gotta start.
You do
the first
gotta,
episode of February off with especially given these first two stories that we about to get into. Motherfucker. So
this is T, by the way.
I'm just gonna read the article.
Why you lying, Snoop?
Snoop Dogg declares love and respect for Donald Trump. He has done only great things. Snoop Dogg has said he has, quote, love and respect for former President Donald Trump. Snoop, who previously called the controversial politician and reality star racist, has appeared to change his tune on Trump. In an interview with the Sunday Times, Snoop said, Donald Trump, he ain't done nothing wrong to me. He has done only great things for me. Snoop praised Trump for pardoning Death Row Records co-founder Michael Harry O. Harris, who spent 30 years behind bars on an attempted murder charge and drug offenses. He pardoned Michael Harris, so I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. Snoop had previously been a vocal critic of Trump, who defeated Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election before losing 4 years later to Joe Biden. In 2020, Snoop ripped into Trump in a YouTube video saying, quote, so me and my homeboys sitting up here talking about all the people that President Trump disrespected, women, gays, transgenders, blacks, Mexican, Asians, and now veterans. Seems like he's disrespecting every color in the world and everything that ain't what he is, which is racist, end quote. New quote, with that being said, the people that voted for him got exactly what they wanted. They gave them what he said he was going to do. So the next motherfucker, you better tell us what we going to get for your vote. You better show up and deliver, period. We just want some peace, love, equality, and tranquility for everybody, all lives, just basic conversation. Now carry on, end quote. In a previously released music video, Snoop held a fake gun to a Trump lookalike's head and pulled the trigger. Trump himself commented on that clip, remarking, quote, can you imagine what the outcry would be if Snoop Dogg failing career and all had aimed and fired the gun at President Obama? Jail time, end quote. Snoop has also explicitly called out Trump and his supporters, including Kanye West, Quote, if you like that nigga, you motherfucking racist. Fuck you and fuck him. Now what? Draw the line, nigga. He drew the lines. He drew the motherfucking lines. Kanye too. Don't forget about him too. Fuck you too. Throw him in the bag too, because he right there with the motherfuckers. End quote. Hey, what up, Cindy? So, this, and I'm not talking about a physical location, but this is where we leave you. Yeah. It goes back to what I keep saying about allyship. So, because you received personal gain, you now have gone back on everything you've ever said about this particular person. He no longer did those other things because he did this one thing for you. Actually, he didn't even do it for you. You happened to be a beneficiary of the thing that he did. Fairly certain he didn't say, what would Snoop Dogg want me to do in this time?
Especially after all the shit you said about. And do you think he did that? Do you think he did that because he was looking out for you?
No. Actually, he achieved. I'm not going to say, because here's the thing: every bad person doesn't do everything for a bad reason.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna definitively say why Trump did this particular thing. I can guess, and my guess is Snoop just showed me it worked.
Yeah. Also, I think sometimes when people are members of a cult, especially the Donald Korush cult that's going on right there, I think they want to apply benevolence, right, to something that was wholly political. He wanted to be able to say, look what I did. You know what I'm saying?
It clearly worked.
It works because, let's just face it, man. And before we even got on the show, we kind of was talking about there is an abundance of selfish, entitled stupidity out there, and it doesn't take much. What I've found more than anything is that Hollywood is full of liars, because every movie about certain topics that comes out where they portray humanity as something that it's not, you're fucking lying. Every politician that gets in front of a camera and a microphone, a TV show, and starts off a diatribe saying the American people are smart, you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. And because I know this, I can't take anything any of them say as real, as legitimate, or even seriously. Like, the only time I feel like you can take them seriously is when they're being detrimental. Because the effect of that is still the effect, regardless of what they actually really think. The effect is still the effect.
Also, there's a net detriment. So why would they be lying about this?
Right. I'll say this. It kind of leads into something that I was going to talk about in my week, but I'm gonna leave that there. But this whole Snoop doing this is part and parcel of what the shit I'm talking about. Shit right here. Folks, grab your kids politely and sit them down and have a conversation with them about these motherfucking celebrities. These people of note. Have a conversation with them before they get so engrossed that they think these people are an authority on something, either moral, political, medical, whatever. Sit down and talk to your kids and get it in their heads while they're young that these are not people you should be emulating in any way other than the particular talent they do that you think you might want to do.
Correct.
All that other shit coming out of their mouths is just that, shit. What's up, free thinker?
What up?
Grab your kids. Because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility as parents. Because the school's not going to do it. They're not going to improve the schools here. All right, that's not happening. If that was a priority, they'd have bended that shit. Right, that's not happening. It's the parents' responsibility. And what's scary about that shit is that some of you parents ain't shit. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the ones of y'all that ain't garbage.
Right.
But you just forgetful or you work hard so these things get overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, grab your kids and impress upon them how they are not to take any of these celebrities at face value. Enjoy the entertainment. Enjoy the entertainment. Right? But that other shit, nah. Because you're going to be disappointed. I guarantee you'll be disappointed at some point. Fabo.
Right. You.
Fabo said.
Yo.
They can't.
What up, Sean?
2:30 a.m. with me trying to figure out if my bus is going to Bayville. My bus to Bayville is going to Emerson Village. Sean P.
Yo.
Fabo was dumb.
Yeah, I meant to say this before I started. Largely, all of this, all of the topics for the day are just disappointment. Just disappointment.
Hence the title. Hence the
title. We can do better. Like there's a much better version of what Snoop said, right?
It's the version where he doesn't say anything.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It was an interview. So let me see if he was asked directly, because here's what a lot of people do. Oh no, you gotta pay for it. Never mind.
Nah, see about that paywall shit.
Yeah, no, never mind. If I don't know the question he was asked. I don't know if the question directly had anything to do with Donald Trump. So I can't give you what I was about to say.
The question is though, why would he just come out of the blue and say it unless somebody
right? So. God damn it! I've long not been a fan of his music because I don't know.
Yes,
I've never really been.
That's very true. But it strikes me the same way as when I hear people do this undying love shit for Joe Biden. It's like, what are you doing?
You even don't know what you're talking about. You being disingenuous.
Yeah, like.
It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy right there.
People slow.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit. Duh. But yeah, I've long admitted that I don't like Snoop's music, but I saw certain things that he was doing, and I was like, okay. And
Uncle Snoop
saying, and I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. And now for him to come out with this bullshit, it's like, come on,
bro. And that, again. We live in a time where people will excuse all kinds of shit. Have a good day, monkey. People will excuse all kinds of shit. They got all kinds of justifications. And the problem is gishgalop. Because when you start having a conversation with them about, but this motherfucker did this, that, and he did that. Right? When you start doing that, they can throw up all this nonsensical red herring shit and expect you to address every bit of it before going forward, and you can't do that. It's an impossibility. Like, and it's maddening. It's a certain debate style that I find to be disingenuous, right? And unfortunately, these people don't know no other way to do it because that's what's popularized, right? They these podcasts, man. I'm telling you, there's a certain amount of these podcasts that are utter garbage and are bad for society. Period. They're bad for society. You know, but no.
All right,
fuck you, Snoop.
Next on the disappointment tour. See, this first one was surprising and disappointing. This next one, I don't know if this person can ever surprise me, but I'm still disappointed.
Right.
Tyrese Seal, because apparently that's what he wants to be called. Let me read the article.
I quit.
Let me read the article. Let me read the article. Embarrassing. Tyrese slammed by Black community after wishing he was, quote, born Latino one day before Black History Month. Singer turned actor Tyrese Gibson is in the headlines again after making a post celebrating his love for a Mexican family, saying he wished he was Latino. He made the remarks in a post on Instagram where social media users instantly blasted him, not only for seemingly disparaging his own race, but also for the timing of his lengthy caption just the day before the start of Black History Month. The video clip Gibson shared on January 31st features a family surprising their patriarch with a new vehicle as a thank you for his years of sacrifice to provide for them. Many gathered around the man to usher him outside to the garage of what is assumed to be his home. When he gets to the curb, they surprise him with a new truck and he breaks down in tears. Tyrese wrote a 5-paragraph essay that seemed to be a tribute to the Latin family structure, but splashed disparagement on his own race. Let's go ahead and read that. Tyrese, sometimes I wish I was born Latino. That's how you start the fucking all right. I mean, the Latin community
why, also another reason why he's an idiot after you're done.
Also, I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women. Literally,
Black people don't got none of those.
The grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. If us as, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say it. Okay, if us as a Black culture was more grounded in these integral, magical nuances of us, we would be dominant. You just said a bunch of nothing in that sentence. But anyway, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from the Jewish community, sticking together, eating dinner every Friday together. I've learned a lot about the Muslim community throughout all my travels in the Middle East. They have a father structure where they honor their fathers. The Middle East, the thinking and the mentality is that they would much rather have a son over a daughter because they know that there is nothing like leadership of a father and the man being the head of the household. I have no idea. I have no idea how we lost our way. We can't get anything done and accomplished as a fragmented culture, insecure, threatened by each other, competitive towards our own race, killing ourselves every single day frivolously. The majority of us is Black men, and the millions are locked up in prison. Of course, we are.
The majority of us.
Of course, we are.
Bro, come on.
We are.
I broke down the numbers.
We are beyond powerful, influential, and successful. But imagine if we all linked up like other communities have linked, poured and built up on each other instead of moving like fragmented and dysfunctional. We have what it takes to take over the world. We are nothing trying to do it alone. Please chime in. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Okay. I just want to point out that one of where I originally saw this was on Twitter, and one of the comments was, "You're talking about Latin families sticking together. Didn't your Latin wife leave you?"
Oh my!
The article continues. Oh crap. Okay, so many on social media chimed in on his remarks. Somebody said, "Bro, you want to be Latino?" One person was shocked by the star of Baby Boy, a movie about a Black man child who refused to grow up and take responsibility for his life while living under his mother's roof, would say such a thing. Quote, "Tyrese, please, not on the first day of Black History Month," one person said. Another person joked, quote, we wish he was born Latino too because his behavior is embarrassing to our community. A third person wrote, quote, "Tyrese, please, a lot of those abilities were stripped from us and we are still rebuilding, and it's only the grace of God that we made it through and are still able to progress." Another person, quote, "We are only a couple of generations out of slavery. We've been through so much and are still accomplishing excellence in a country that still doesn't accept us at times or acknowledge what we have been through. Happy Black History Month and goodbye. Be the change."
Not at times.
Well, sure. And
so
okay,
just let me know when I. Yeah. So here's the first reason why Tyrecio is a fucking idiot. There are Black Latinos.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah.
I get you've been doing this Hollywood shit for a minute, but you ain't never filled out an application or had to fill out some shit where it said Black.
They are different sections.
Black American or Black from Latino.
Yeah.
That's the first reason. Second reason, I love this lore that some of the people in my community who have been conditioned to believe that somebody got to put us in our place.
Right.
I love this lore they have about how no other groups fight amongst each other. No other groups fight amongst each other at all. It's all peace and love. But within those groups, it's just our group to do that. Bro, please, I implore you to go and do a little bit of study on the history of South and Central America and the conflicts that take place there. The conflict between Belize and Guatemala.
Right.
Right? Like, please, I invite you to do that. Because what happens is you feel as though somebody just got to put black folks in their place. They just got to put black folks, and I know why you feel that way. It's conditioning. And there was a way they used to keep black folks in their place with the whip. I'm sure some of you think that might be a legitimate way to go. Right? But here's the realities, Tyrese. Where's you talking this shit about the nuclear family, basically? Where's your nuclear family, sir? So you mean to tell me you don't have those things you are castigating against the rest of black folks? By the way, just so everybody knows this, most people that especially here live, they do know this. Me, a man, my wife, a woman, my son, male child, my daughter, female child. So when you say black folks don't have those things, it's cap. We 100% do. But this just idea that everybody else is better than us. It's one thing for the people who aren't part of our community who think negatively about us in the first place to think like that. But if you really want to know where the crux of a lot of the problems in our community come from, it comes from that thought right there.
Right.
That everybody else is better than us about every fucking thing. As if these communities don't have their own fucking challenges. You want to know what's crazy? What's crazy is right now, for the past 2 years, we've been watching white Ukrainians fight white Russians. Nobody's pulled out the white on white crime trope. Why can't white people just get together trope? It's always us. It's always us. They do the same thing over in Africa. These are different nations that have problems with each other. No different than England, you're having problems with Ireland, or the French, you're having problems with the Germans.
You have problems with the Germans.
Well, back in the 40s, yeah, I had a big problem with them, with that bullshit they was putting, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is part of what it is, unfortunately, to be human, right? Is that humans war with each other over differences in perceived slights or real slights, differences in economic advantage. Humans go to war. But for some reason, when the Africans did the exact same thing as the Europeans did, as the Chinese and the Japanese did, for some reason, we got to get these think pieces on, woe is me, how come I can't get over 1 billion people to all think the same?
Right.
You sound fucking stupid. And then you get on here trying to, this is virtue signaling, by the way. That's all it is. You mean to tell me some of that toxic bullshit that he done pulled in public helped the community?
Nigga.
Is that what that did? Tyrese,
maybe.
Tyrese, with all due respect, I have no respect. Please miss me with all of that shit. We don't want to hear that from you. I just got finished talking about how these celebrities kind of need to shut the fuck up because you're all lying, or you're doing some shit for advantage, or enough of you have done it where we don't trust any of you. Please shut the fuck up. And you know what? I don't want you to be Latino. Because I respect Latino people. Like a lot.
Okay.
I don't want
to
out of here. Exactly, free thinker, right there. Differences over religion, politics, economics, philosophy, etc. You name it, we fight each other. This is one of the bane of humanity. We've been doing this forever. Listen, long before there were even civilizations, the early hominids would fight each other. What the fuck? Stop it. Stop it.
That's your man.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
It was good, y'all.
Roderick Floyd, I raised him. Big Bill, I raised him. Gerard Galt, I raised him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my man. I don't know about these motherfuckers. I don't know about these motherfuckers.
I believe that you're mistaken, sir, but okay. Moving on. This one isn't necessarily a disappointment. Well, we'll just get on into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain the situation before I get into that little caption is.
Okay.
So there's an NBA player named Tony Snell, and recently
I don't like
video.
his last name is Snow.
Oh, Snell, not Snow.
Sorry.
Can't stand you. So recently it went viral that he needs to sign a contract with an NFL team by some date. I mean, not NFL, NBA team by some date in order for him to be eligible for the medical insurance, health insurance, some type of benefits. And the reason given as to why it's an issue is he has two sons who have been diagnosed with autism. So when this comes out, and when everybody is initially talking about it, everybody's like, yeah, y'all need to sign this man, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Because I think he needs to, I think it's like 40 games left or something like that. So if he signed now, he would hit his 10-year mark because he has 9 years accrued, but he needs the 10th year accrued to be eligible for that particular thing. Like I said, everybody's on the side and blah, blah, this and blah, blah. But then I saw a video. And in this video, there was a guy talking about the situation. And he said, you know, we need to and absolutely can have a conversation about the fact that this multi-billion-dollar company has this requirement that you have to be there for 10 years. I'm pretty sure the average NBA career is not 10 years.
No.
So this would be easier if we were talking about NFL because the average NFL career was like 3 years or some shit like that. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure the average NBA career is absolutely not 10 years. So he was like, yes, these things need to be discussed. But also, your wife is not helping your case because she's on social media doing Birkin bag challenges and showing videos of y'all on vacation, like spending bunches of money and all this other type of stuff. And then he dropped something that I didn't know because I don't follow basketball.
Right.
Tony Snell has made $52 million in his career. So someone responded to that video basically saying it doesn't matter what his wife does. This is an issue with a big company and we shouldn't be on average. Stella said, according to Google, the average NBA career is 4.5 years. So not even half of the requirement. Right. So, but somebody responded to that video like, this has nothing. It doesn't matter what his wife is doing. This is an issue, and I hate that y'all keep siding with these billionaires. Here's my thing about this.
52, mate.
Bro, listen to me clearly. Fuck billionaires.
Twice.
No qualification. Fuck billionaires. However, millionaires don't become the underprivileged just because a billionaire walks into the room. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? How is that noise?
What's that noise?
Andy broke it.
Yeah, it was Addy. I just muted him. It was Addy.
I'll say it again. Millionaires do not become the underprivileged simply because a billionaire walks into the room.
Yo,
that's
y'all
not how that works.
Bugging,
y'all be wilding the fuck out. And the thing is, two things can be true. Two things can absolutely be true.
Right.
It is true. Also, side note, I don't know this to be fact, so I didn't involve it in the main part of it.
Yeah.
But I heard random. I heard that, and it could be completely false. I heard that since his children were officially diagnosed with autism, they have help through Medicare. Again, I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, it makes it all even worse.
Yeah.
I cannot
Ken
have sympathy in the way that y'all want me to.
The way they're framing this issue. They're framing the issue like, oh, poor $52 million man.
Nigga.
Yo, you realize that the average person won't even make 52 billion their entire fucking
life
career, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all sitting here,
$52 million. A billionaire. See, I think often what it is people don't understand how large the number of billion is.
Because we throw these numbers around.
Yeah.
We shorten certain terms. So you say billionaire.
Right.
Millionaire. And you're more clued into the term itself than to the monetary aspect of how many digits that is. You know, and they're comparing your life and what you have managed to survive on.
Right.
Shit you've managed to survive, managed to have a house or an apartment, managed to have a car, managed to do all of these things with the salary you're making at a job, and you still won't clear.
Right. I remember they had these diagrams that show the difference of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And often when people have these arguments like it's the same or it's similar, I use those diagrams to show like, yo, this is what it actually looks like. So y'all understand how numbers kind of work.
How numbers work.
But still, people go to people and want to fight against it. But
here's the thing. You're focusing on the wrong term. I understand that status-wise, billionaire is above millionaire. So the billionaires must be picking on the millionaires. Well, the term that you need to focus on is rich.
Yeah.
This is not some poor, overworked individual.
No, it's not.
Whose company denied them health care because they had to medically retire a year before their pension kicked in. This isn't that.
You know what it reminds me of? When people say Superman is physically stronger than Thor, or whether you choose to believe that or not. But if you put both of these two motherfuckers right there on the ground and put a BMW in front of Thor and a BMW in front of Superman, the difference ain't really that, bro. They flipping both of them flipping the shit.
Facts. Yo. So this is the caption. Man, who cares? This isn't about how much money Snell and his wife have. It's about how a multi-billion-dollar corporation should do right by an employee who's fulfilled 99% of his obligations to reach a certain benchmark. Everyone deserves affordable health care, even rich people. Two things can be true.
Yes. Yes.
That the facts that True mentioned in that caption are true.
Right.
However, that doesn't go against the fact that this motherfucker is still rich.
Yeah.
Yo, and also,
there's no way in my mind that I see that he can't afford.
I was just about to. You took it right. I was like, yo, at
right.
53 million, your health care.
The word affordable. The word affordable. You fucking nitwit. Is relative.
You know what it is. You know what it is, bro. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Nobody defends millionaires and billionaires like thousandaires,
bro.
Or hundredaires.
Nobody defends them better.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like,
exactly, Ken. Exactly. Pay their taxes. We can all have health care.
Right. Like, this nigga had the nerve to use the word affordable.
To a nigga like me.
Yo, this nigga
you do realize that any one of us sitting here right now and on this stream right now, and a lot of you guys here on the live stream, that all it takes is a catastrophic health scare to break your household.
Yeah, facts. All facts.
And a lot of y'all work. A lot of y'all work every day.
For him,
right?
It's not the case for Tony.
It's not the case for Tony. Right. No.
Yo, Sydney, they just aren't millionaires yet.
Don't do that. It got me thinking about shit. Damn.
Yep, me too, nigga.
I know. We on the same page. Yeah.
Yo, so for the 2021-2022 season, this nigga made $1.5 million. I find it really hard. Like, it would be one thing. I still would give a slight pushback, but it would be one thing if this was a career minimum salary NBA player.
Yeah.
That I don't even know what the minimum salary in the NBA is,
right? But
it's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's also not fair. Imagine you being on the team right now. I get you might do a little D. You might
phrasing.
Yeah. you might help out in some small way, but most of the time, you on the bench. All right.
Oh, hold up. Nah, nigga. Never mind.
What's wrong?
The minimum salary wage scale in NBA is not the same as the NFL at all. Year zero, minimum salary is 1.1 million.
That's minimum.
That's year zero. That's being drafted or being undrafted signed. You get $1 million. Yes.
For the NBA? Oh.
Yes. What about year one, it's like 300,000 or some shit like that.
Oh shit. Man. Yeah.
Year one is 1.8. Year two is 2. For each year, it's 1.1, 1.8, 2, 2, 2.1, 2.3, 2.5, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3.1. So again, given the new information that I have, let me change my opinion. Not man motherfucker that has worked for 9 years in that 9 years that they last yearly salary was 2.9 million or more. Because contracts are contracts. If you happen to sign a contract and you bring home less than that, that's fine. This is talking about if you happen to be signed that year, the least that your contract can be worth. So
you see this shit this fella said? NCAA also pays good before being drafted. We have players here in GA making 7 figures in college.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. That's absolutely it.
I just gotta ask though, like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Y'all
are, for all intent and purposes, in comparison to what these numbers that we're talking here, you're fucking broke.
Yeah, I'm not fighting for rich people to make more money.
Hell no,
I'm just not.
That's not. I got other things I can do.
I got there are literally a ton of different shit that in your particular financial class needs to have protections from and for.
Yeah,
and you getting on. Take that time you spent to type that little bullshit defense for these multimillionaires and shit.
Yeah.
To type some shit about some healthcare coverage, to type some shit about that. You don't got time to be sitting there and worrying about what the fuck these. This motherfucker is on a yacht reading your tweet.
Fed hit the nail on the head. We literally have no dog.
No dog in this fight. No dog in this fight, bruh.
None whatsoever.
They're sitting there eating the best steak.
Yo, that's true. You can. And that's the thing. I'm glad Ken said that because this is my point.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
Facts.
It is absolutely true that a lot of athletes end up broke because they don't know what to do with their fucking money. Because Ken's comment says young athletes need to be taught how to have $1 million
That's
a
a
year.
fact.
Yes, 1000%. Absolutely. So overall, here's the thing. Actually, that's what we could have named this episode. Two things can be true, but anyway,
we'll do that. We'll do that some other time.
Right. I can feel that overall, any NBA player that makes it to the league,
yes,
I have no sympathy for them ending up broke. Right? I could say that, but also have sympathy for an individual NBA player
who comes
that
from
goes to the league.
That ends up that wouldn't have had the option for financial literacy. He wouldn't have had that. Doesn't know.
You're allowed to have a macro view and a micro view.
That's it. That's it.
You're allowed to do that.
And this is the other thing about it. It's been said a lot of times. This is not one of these conversations that hasn't been had numerous times over the years. So the same way you goofy motherfuckers get this ambient misinformation, and you just blurt it verbatim. Oh yeah, everybody knows this. No, that's misinformation. For instance, a classic example. If we can only use 100% of our brains, all of you hold up. All of you motherfuckers that say that, it's because it's ambient misinformation.
Yeah. No, facts.
So should this other shit about financial literacy. Yo, the first thing that should come through you here, I'm about to get $1 million a year. Let me find somebody to show me how to use this money.
Dead ass.
Because it's not like this is a hidden conversation. It's not like the stories we've heard of these sports figures getting all this money and ending up broke. It's something that's hidden. It's not hidden. Matter of fact, I would argue the press love reporting shit like that.
And can't you even pay people to help you like manage your money, like accountants and all that shit?
It's an entire
field, man.
Like,
that's true too, Cindy. It should be required to graduate for them. For everybody, really. Because I'm telling you right now, the financial literacy helps everybody. Everybody. Even if you're poor, even if you don't make a lot of money, you should still be learning some financial literacy. Because there's ways to stretch your dollar, even if it's not a lot of dollars.
Yeah. There's
ways to stretch it. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases. You would rather know than not know.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I said we talked about it earlier before Eddie came on, how they're not fixing the schools.
Right.
Because that would be one of the key things that you would add on the list of what could fix the educational system in this country and actually help people. Making sure the children have financial literacy taught early. Because this is something they're going to have to do. Once they get out of school, they're going to have to deal with this shit their whole lives.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that be like math, reading? Why wouldn't it be like part of that? They're going to have to deal with that. No matter what field they go in, they're going to have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
They should even have shit like, because I remember
especially
in my school,
civics, Sandy.
They had shit like they would teach you how to like apply for a job, make up a resume and shit like that, because that's important, you know.
You know what they was. The reason I learned that is because I had a business curriculum in school.
Something about schools later.
Okay, but yeah, I had a business curriculum in high school, right? So I thought it was kind of dumb that something like that wouldn't have been taught to everybody. Yeah. All of these kids are going to have to fill out an application. Like everybody in here is going to fill out an application. Now I'm quite sure some people they decided a career.
Point of order, sir.
Yeah, look, if you want to be a drug dealer your whole life,
no, nigga. I have only I filled out less than 5 applications in my life.
You still filled out application. It'd have been nice.
Yeah, nigga, but
you in school and said, "Hey, there you go."
No, but I'm saying like they taught us how to make a resume, cover letter, and all that shit.
No, I ain't have all that.
No, I mean.
I had all that. The only reason I had all that was because I was in business curriculum. I'm telling you,
it was more.
Some other kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like I went to like a technical school, so like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
because you come from one of them neighborhoods.
I don't.
But see,
really
do. We seen it.
I don't. You ain't seen shit. Shut your ass up.
We already seen that.
Goofy ass.
Yo, I just want hold up. I just want to point out a universal truth. That
mind your business. Mind your business. Mind.
I just wanted to point out
mind your business.
No. I just wanted to put out a universal truth that Cindy just.
I know. I knew he was doing that.
No, listen. Everyone needs to know. No matter what the conversation is, the correct response is.
We started.
But Tim is older.
We started when I clicked on the link. The first thing SPG said to me is like, "You old." I was like, and I feel 10 years older every day.
As you should.
Every day.
That's not how that's supposed to work.
And yet here we are. Like, and yet here we are right now.
All right. So
Ken said it was taught in public schools called civics, right? We used to have we had a citizenship test we had to take when I was in junior high. He said, but the rich needed tax breaks. Now ketchup is a vegetable, and we don't teach, but train them to be workers. And I think it's 10 years older every day, and I can't wait till y'all niggas hit y'all 40.
Anyway. Moving on.
Don't worry about it.
So we had talked about this.
Yes, we did
last week, and I just wanted to say, I was right, and I was wrong. But I was more right than I was wrong, and I'm happy. I am very happy. Just Hilarious has officially been announced as the third host of the Breakfast Club. Now, if you watch us often and heard what I said last week, I'm sure you'll know why I'm happy, but let's go through what I said first. So I said that my speculation was that iHeart did their due diligence and either changed or withdrew the offer. That hasn't been disproven because changing the offer don't mean that.
Exactly.
Okay, but I do think at some point I said definitely that she wasn't going to be the third host. That I was wrong about.
Right.
I also pointed out that a bunch of people were saying that she wasn't hired because she announced it before iHeart. I don't know if I said this on the show or not. I don't remember, but that never made sense to me. Who the fuck cares? We're not talking about some product or something. If it's some product, it's just some TV show, that matters. If it's just you being hired somewhere, I don't think that's. I don't think no one really cares about that because they're hiring you.
Unless there was something else you needed to sign,
or there was some type of surprise that has to happen with it. But other than that, no. And
it could also be there's a slight chance that they wanted to do a specific type of rollout and you spoiling it before they do it, fucked with their marketing. It could have been.
But given what the rollout ended up being, that wasn't the case here because they needed people to say those things.
Exactly.
In order, okay. But why am I happy? Because I now have the opportunity for my dream scenario that I laid out to happen.
Stupid.
I remember that.
Anyone who didn't hear it, I want
stupid.
someone who is either pro-trans or someone who doesn't like her
Get the smoke
to go up there and be interviewed and bring up the shit that she been talking.
First
and
of
I
all,
want that shit to be out there or the
she's
same
gonna
platform.
fold.
But do you think they would like actually let that happen though?
Yeah, because it happens
Have
on
you
there all the
watched
time.
the
Yeah, it
No,
happens
I
all
have,
the
but
time.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
You saw when Baby came on there.
You saw when Baby came up there.
Yeah.
You saw what happened when Tyrese came up there. You saw what happened when
Fredro Star came up there.
Right.
When being people and all that,
Yeah.
that was. Oh well, no, I ain't gonna say that because they did that with Yee too.
What I'm gonna say is,
matter of fact, it happened with Just Hilarious. Who the fuck was it? One of the newer age rappers or singers was up there when she was guest hosting, and she just straight up,
she had talked shit.
I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Just I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like that literally that happened like weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yes, I absolutely believe that they would let it happen. The question is, will it happen?
First of all, I'm gonna tell you off the break, she gonna fold. The moment it happens, she gonna fold because I literally just saw Cam Newton make her kind of fold and sound stupid and stutter and all that other shit when she was on his show and they were talking about her relationship with Country Wayne and him having all these kids and how he was married while they was messing with each other, and so it was telling her all this other shit. She was on all this shit talking about the shit he did, and he was like, "God damn it, you had to know. It had to be red flags. I think I got 10 kids and all this other shit. Like, what the fuck?" So when she went to try to respond to that response was nonsensical. She was stuttering, all this shit. She's going to fold. I'm saying another reason why she's going to fold too. Have you ever got the vibe of an abundance of intellectual vigor coming from her? Even the people that say some of the craziest shit ever, right? To get attention, whatever. Sometimes you might see them get into a different type of conversation. Okay, this person seems learned. This person has read some stuff. They shitty because they're using. I've never seen.
I think that
even
her
her comedy, I've
intellectual.
never seen any of
You're
that.
tripping. She is an intellectual heavyweight. Have you not heard?
Shut the hell up. I feel like her intellectual expertise is in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where her.
That's where
intelligence. Yeah,
that's where her.
That's where her intelligence comes out.
Look at her social media. She's built. That's where. But when it comes to these topics,
these other things, no, I don't think.
Bro, most of the shit I don't think she got comment on.
Mm-hmm.
These are the takes of someone that don't know.
That's why I originally started not liking her.
Yeah, she does a lot of like shock value type shit.
Yeah. But
I wish it was just that.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think it's shock value. I think she really feels this way.
Bro, I recognize it because I recognize my own. She's from my town. I've seen this. I've seen this. And just talk to her. Bro, I used to, when I was a supervisor, I had like 40 people, right, under me. I used to hire people from all different walks of life that would come up in that motherfucker, right? I've had these conversations with people just like Jess. Like Jess. And I'm telling you, no, she don't. I'm telling you, she's not going to be able to stand up to somebody who knows their shit and gets up there and has an adequate critique about some shit she said because these motherfuckers know their shit. And she's going to come. And
that's the thing, though. She needs to meet somebody who knows their shit because I've seen a lot of conversations where people are having it with like trans people or gay people, the gay community, but they're not like scholars or anything like that. They're just
but here's the thing:
ridiculous people.
It don't even have to be that. It just has to be for her. It just has to be somebody that
is knowledgeable,
cares enough. No, that cares enough about. That's why I said it the way I said it. It even has to be somebody who cares enough about trans rights, or somebody who dislikes her enough to put in the work to say the things that they need to say. And the big difference is between all the other backlash she got and all that other shit is the platform.
Yeah.
For the vast majority of the shit that she's gotten pushback for, the people pushing back had a lower platform than she did. If they on the Breakfast Club with her at the time, that gets rid of that.
Yeah.
That gets rid of that shit.
I'm telling you, every single talking point that she used to discredit, the fame, and talk shit about the trans stuff is all this surface level shit that can easily be debunked. The moment motherfuckers start making appeals to nature, you know they haven't done that homework. And all it takes, like he said, a trans person to come on there, they care about this because this is their life.
Right.
So they're gonna know some shit and they're gonna come up there and it's gonna be just hilarious.
It's gonna be glorious. I swear, I want that so bad. Nothing more from media right now do I want than that scenario.
Let an Arab American come up there,
bruh.
They don't know their shit. They know their shit. Nigga. They know their shit because it's about them. They know that shit. And watching fucking Indy and Charlemagne flounder whenever that happens. Yeah,
because they don't be knowing what they talking about.
Right.
And watching somebody come up there that's strong in their position.
Right.
And ain't going to let them just cut them off.
Right.
Oh,
bro. And plus, they be letting motherfuckers get away with shit. They had Nimrata Haley on there, the other week, and certain shit she said was nonsensical and just
that's what I was referencing.
And that and that's because they don't know.
They don't know
the shit she said about a state can secede if they want to. Have you forgotten the part about one nation, indivisible?
Right.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And you running for president. But here's the thing. We can no longer use that because we had a literal ignoramus about civics in office and half of the country still down.
Mm-hmm.
So we can no longer use, damn, you run for president, you don't know that? That don't matter anymore. So that means I have a record. I probably can't run. But I should be allowed to, because if you letting dumb motherfuckers,
right? Yo, I saw a tweet just today about, it was an interview that people were interviewing conservative white women, and specifically asked about the abortion issue, and given what happened, would they still vote for Trump again? Not in hindsight would they have. No, this coming election, would they still vote for Trump?
Yeah.
The answer was yes.
Yeah. Nothing has changed, bro. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Nothing. Zero. The shit I remember, I forget which politician it was, but she gave Trump a break one time. She said, well, he'll probably learn after this.
Yeah.
And he turned around and did the same shit again. There's no learning. We don't learn here.
There has to be a lesson.
We don't learn here. Not in that way. Like we may learn 2 + 2 is 4. We don't learn that shit. As far as like, okay, in society, in life, these things happen. Oh shit, we should learn from this so we never do this again. That's not how we learn here.
Well, here's the thing. He hasn't actually been dealt a comeuppance.
Right.
Not equal to what he's done.
Paid to pay $83 million.
No. See, here's the thing. Because of who he is,
he don't have that money.
I don't consider that equal. No, I know.
You don't.
I don't consider that equal though, because his biggest weapon is no longer money. Shut up. It's no longer money. Before he got approved, before he got appointed president, I could say it was money. Mm-hmm. Now, given the growth in the troglodytes,
the dire straits he's in,
bruh,
he needs to win this presidency,
bruh,
because he knows if not one of these things, they're about to get his ass on. They're already about to probably come down with a number that's going to fuck him up even more for the shit he did in New York. That's probably going to be between 200, 300 million. And then they're going to take away his license to be able to do business in New York. Bro, and he's a lying sack of shit. He's already told the world that he was a billionaire, and he's not. And then he tried to say not too long ago that he had $400 million liquid. Cap. If he was capping about this, he's capping about this. That 83 hurt, nigga.
Yeah, absolutely.
$million hurt.
Without question.
That shit hurt. And that 300 million, that 300 million was gonna hurt.
Ken said those people have no line in the sand for Trump, but can't turn around because their line in the sand for progressives is on their heels.
True. That's very true. That's very true. Yo, keep going. Right. I can hear you. Keep going.
All right, moving on to this next story. Keith Lee. So, for those who don't know who Keith Lee is, I know we talked about him before, but if you didn't watch that episode or whatever the case may be, basically, he just be on TikTok eating food. Like, I know that's an oversimplification, but like, as far as to say, like, he don't be doing nothing special, like, for real. He just be on there eating food, giving his opinion. And because of the following that he's amassed, when he does that, and it's a positive review, they've dubbed it the Keith Lee effect. If he goes to a struggling restaurant and he likes their shit and he makes a video about it, within the week,
it's flooded.
Their restaurant has customers out the fucking door.
Fact.
Literally. This is not a metaphor. Literally, there's a line coming out of the doors of the brick and mortar business.
Yeah. But the opposite is true too.
Well, so what happened this time is he stopped at a place. He was doing I don't know if he's still there or not, but he was doing a tour of Houston. No, Dallas, I think. And he stopped at a place and he enjoyed the experience. There was a food truck and there was a guy cutting hair and a woman braiding hair. He went up to the owner. He gave the owner $4,000. He told her that $1,000 was for the barber so that he could do some free cuts. $1,000 was for the stylist so she could do some free styles. He also allegedly left about $800 for other people's meals that came in after him. I say allegedly about that because I didn't hear him. I heard him say the other things. I didn't hear him say that last one, but that's just a part of the story that's being told. The lady, the owner, she decided she wasn't gonna do that. That's not what she was gonna do. She only gave a handful of people free orders.
Quick question. Did the lady ever do any freestyles?
Well, she's not a rapper.
Oh, he gave her money.
No, I knew where you were going. Okay. It is what it is. So apparently, she only gave a handful of people their orders for free, which definitely didn't equal to $800.
Oh, wow.
And she had decided she was not giving the barber or the stylist anything.
That was her tip.
So the stylist then made a video.
Dirty.
The problem about this is the stylist got a decent social media following. So the stylist made a video exposing the things that I just mentioned about the owner. She also showed proof through text message threads that she even told the owner, hey, you can keep my money, but make sure that the barber get his money. Because that was the stylist's little brother. She said, make sure that he gets his money. And that's the reason why she went so hard, because this lady is trying to fuck over her family.
Hit man's little brother.
Bruh.
Man's little brother.
So eventually, the owner started talking on Instagram Live.
Oh no.
Wrong idea.
She was basically saying that because the barber and the stylist weren't an official part of her company, they shouldn't have gotten anything, even though she also admitted that Keith Lee did not know that they weren't an official part of her company. But she had every opportunity to tell him that before he actually sent the 4K. and she neglected to tell him.
That way, if he do that, he probably would have give it to them directly.
That's probably what he would have done. Yeah,
right. Keith basically made a video corroborating what the stylist said. Oh, nigga. This basically the owner's shit went to shit because people don't take kindly to that type of shit.
Yeah.
They review bombed her, and to the point that she closed that page on Yelp or whatever platform it was. She closed that one, opened another one. They found her ass and review bombed that one too.
Mercy.
So after all of that, I saw a video from somebody. I don't know who they are. They just happened to pop up on my timeline that had the tone of defending the owner because she, quote, didn't understand that she was wrong. And because we've had ideas like money doesn't grow on trees and money's hard to earn and you have to work hard for money beaten into our heads.
My head hurts.
So, here's what I say about that.
What do you say about that?
And it's funny because I thought about this for a different reason. It had nothing to do with this, but it fucking works. So you can absolutely grieve and leave, right? Simultaneously. And what I mean by that is that you can hold whatever sentiment about a thing and still separate from it if you also deem it something that's not for you. We can absolutely have empathy for the role that capitalism has played, especially towards our people.
Yes.
We can absolutely have that conversation.
Absolutely.
But again, this particular individual is not absolved.
No.
From the bullshit that she pulled.
No.
Simply because hustle culture is a thing. That's not how the fuck this works. What are we doing? What are we talking about? What the fuck is wrong with you people? We can do better.
No, we can't.
See?
They won't. They won't.
We just said earlier, we can do better, but the question is, will we?
No.
Right.
Bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, what?
The overarching theme of this show could literally be every episode.
Bro.
Because it's like, look, everybody fuck up. Everybody makes a decision that probably wasn't the best decision. They overlook something that everybody else saw and shit, and it kind of makes you look crazy and shit. But y'all motherfuckers have abused the privilege. Y'all have abused the privilege.
And here's the thing about, because I want to be clear. She was not saying that the lady wasn't wrong.
Right.
Never said the lady wasn't wrong. Actually, she said the lady was wrong.
Right.
But it's that coddling that I don't like about it. Like,
it's taking a macro issue.
Yeah.
And then applying it to this specific thing.
No, that ain't this.
This ain't that. Like, this ain't that.
And here's the thing. You about dumb as fuck. Because it's not, it would be one thing, right? Because fuck morals. Kick morals out the conversation, right? Fuck morals. It would be one thing if you had no idea who Keith Lee was,
right?
And some random motherfucker just came up to you and gave you a bunch of money, and your business is struggling,
right?
And you like, I don't really know these two. Fuck them. I'm gonna keep this money. Right? That's one scenario. And we can have a conversation about the issues with that. But that's not what happened.
No.
He knew who the fuck Keith Lee was.
Yeah.
He knew what happens if he comes to your establishment, likes your shit, and makes a video. She knows what the consequence of that is. And she still she fucked her company up for 2,000 measly dollars. Mind you, he gave her 2,800. So he gave you more than what you was being shiesty about, which ended up fucking you up, and it's going to cost you more money now because you couldn't wait 48 hours for the people to come through.
I was about to say, all you had to do was sit down and wait for motherfuckers to see Keith Lee's fucking video, and before you know it, you'd have been inundated, and you'd have got way more than some fucking $2,000. You got way more than that from just the customers coming in supporting your shit, because this is an established fact. Like, we know this. This is what happens when Keith Lee goes into your establishments, goes on his social media, and gives a good review. You get money. You get bank.
It used to be the case that he would do like 2-month updates.
Right.
This week, for another fucking restaurant in Dallas, he did a 24-hour update, and the line was down the street. What do you mean? Jeez. What do you mean this $2,000 is mine? What?
It's mine.
Mine.
Who are you, Gollum?
Bro,
it's $2,000.
Like, bro, what are you talking about? Yes, it's possible. Here, and I'll provide the other side of it just to provide it. Yes, it's absolutely possible that $4,800 that he gave her might be more than she's made in the last month. It's possible. Absolutely. It's possible that she can have any type of issues financially that you can think of, because she's a business owner and a failing business. That was all about to be solved.
And this is the
Can I ask you a question though? Does he just pop up on them, or does he like make appointments to go there first?
No, he just pops up on them.
Yep.
And she knows about
what ended up happening
about what he does then. So that
she knew he was in Dallas.
Right.
It's not just that she knew who Keith Lee was.
Right.
She knew who Keith Lee was, and she knew he was in Dallas. Now, he had no way of knowing that he was coming to her.
Right, but he did end up going there. So
he ended up going there. So I left some of this out just for brevity. But what happened is, her son works with her. I don't know if it's full time or not, but her son works with her. The stylist and the barber were her son's friends. He asked, if I might be wrong, but if I'm remembering this correctly, because she knew Keith Lee was coming to Dallas, she asked him to ask his friends if they would come help out.
Right.
On one of them fucking live streams, one of her excuses for not giving the barber $1,000 is he wasn't giving out no free haircuts. That's not what the fuck Keith said. Keith said, give him, here's $1,000 for the barber so that he can give free haircuts.
Right.
And she like, well, if after that he would have been given free haircuts, then he would have deserved the money. But he didn't do that. No. And Keith explained this in his video. He said, when I go to these places that are struggling, my objective is to see if the issue is the food, the customer service, or the marketing.
Right.
I went here. Clearly, it was the marketing. What is a good way to market? Hey, free haircuts for everybody waiting in line to get their fucking food. That was a future thing. That wasn't necessarily about that day.
Exactly. And also, another good marketing is to have somebody with a huge following that is known for people respecting his opinion about certain things to use your product or service and then go on their social media and give you a big up, especially a proven commodity like Keith Lee, who has shown in the past that he will, if he comes and gives you like the Odin force, the Keith Lee force, when they coming.
Yeah,
they coming.
No, it's literally called the Keith Lee effect.
Yeah.
They've coined a term for this shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta be smarter than this.
Sometimes people just they step on. Probability is about to smack the shit out of you with something good, and y'all step on it. You step on it.
Yeah, I don't. Like I say, I understand what she may have been thinking. It's just that what she may have been thinking is asinine.
Yeah, it was wrong.
And by the way, there's a reason why the word ass. There's a reason why. Yeah. Gee.
But that is the topics. It is now time for
the week in review. So I don't have much. I think I should probably go. My week has been comprised of certain things, certain promises that I made to myself. And of course, to my family, we all made to each other while we was in Panama. And that was to move chains. There's a lot of procrastination that takes place because you're comfortable, and I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't feel like we're not doing that. We're doing our level best not to do that this year because there is a collective family goal in mind, right?
Right.
So there are a lot of loose ends as far as revenue streams that need to be put together to have out there because sitting on the idea doesn't get you anywhere. And at any given time, life could happen, right? And you don't get a chance to do it at all, right? So, so you got to do these things. So, with that means working harder for me on comic book stuff, not just the writing of the lore and the stories, because I do that anyway. But there's other parts of the business that need to be addressed that hasn't been, because we're a small company and everybody is doing like double and triple duty on stuff that hopefully one day we'll have people to be able to hire to do a lot of that stuff to free us up to do other things. But just on my side of the equation, I've been told for quite a bit now that I need to have the Reaper Legion store open. And because I was busy with other things, I didn't see that as a priority. Well, that became a priority after that commitment that all the family made. So as a result, I am working on a Reaper Legion store. It is almost finished. It will be. I'm going to do a rollout for it pretty soon. I fucking love the designs and shit of a lot of the t-shirts and shit like that I was managed to do. It's so much better now because I had a Reaper Legion store before a while ago, and it's so much better now than it was back then. Just that we have access to shit that we didn't have access to at the time. That allows us a lot more flexibility in designs and shit like that. That's getting open. Also, me and SBJ talked earlier. We had a store that we was going to release last year called Escapeware, which is the basic theme of it is clothes for people going on vacation.
Yep.
Wherever you go on vacation, right?
Yep, you got it, Cindy.
Yes, Cindy. Yes. Yes. So these things, in a couple of months, me and SBJ had talked the other day. I was like, yeah, stop sitting on it. Spin a block on it. So that's what we're doing. So that, along with helping my son and my daughter with the things that they're doing, helping my wife with the things she's doing. That's kind of what my week has consisted of. And of course, chasing away ne'er-do-well cats doing dumbass shit.
Always do well.
Like knocking down the fucking plants and shit. I've got to go upstairs. I hear some fuck. I go upstairs, the goddamn cats scattered, knowing they on some bullshit. And I know which one of them did that shit too. And there's dirt all over the goddamn floor on the plant and shit. And I'm doing an emergency thing on the plant, trying to get this thing to not die and shit. Right? Terrible. Another thing for my week is just really just an observation of how really fucking shitty this grifting generation is. This is the generation. Look, we've always had grifters, always. The moment there was something of value that one person wanted to get from another person, we had grifters, right?
Thanks.
But this shit now is really out of control, particularly in the podcasting and content creating space.
Yeah.
The grift is getting like, it's one thing, right? If you do a podcast, create some content, and then you build a business around the content where you selling merchandise or some shit like that. That's honest business. That's
right.
I got a product. If you're interested in it, help support, blah, blah, blah. It's quite another thing when motherfuckers are resorting to out and out fraud to try to separate the dollars from your pockets. People, by the way, who are dealing with inflation, although it's not at the rate as it is overseas. That's other thing people, motherfuckers don't want to talk about. Yeah. But people that are dealing with hard times as far as keeping up with the price of things, and you are over here trying to separate their hard-earned money from them based on something fraudulent, it's completely bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly in the podcast space, because as I've said before, there are certain forms of content that get a whole bunch of attention that I don't believe is good for society, the discourse in society.
Right.
I don't think it's good for that to be the default way that you do certain shit. It's not good. Case in point, motherfucker like Charleston White. All right. So recently he got exposed again, by the way. It's not the first time. Trying to clout chase and set up some fake shit just to get more people to buy into his online persona as someone that puts street niggas in their place. So he goes on a small podcast. These people have maybe 800 subscribers. He goes on that shit and he tries to get them, and they went along with it at first. He comes in, the first thing he says to him, this is the other thing that really bugs me outright, because like a lot of times the shit, this incendiary shit these motherfuckers be saying, and you get to know them for, they don't even believe it. There's 1,000 things they don't really believe because they know there's an audience of ignorant, hateful, angry fuckers who will buy that shit. It's a cancer.
A part of the grift.
It's part of the grift. It's a fucking cancer, right? So he goes and he tells them, and by the way, there's video footage. They started recording this. They got him on camera. Yeah, man, this is just a role. I'm playing a role. I'm an actor. I'm playing a role. I be hearing niggas quote you all the fucking time. These respectability politics ass niggas quoting you all the time, like you saying some shit, some real fucking philosophical shit, right? But you now telling these motherfuckers, this is just a blah, blah, blah. So he says, yeah, this is what we gonna do, right? I'm gonna come at y'all crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then one of your boys, one of your people on your crew, like they about to attack me, and I'm gonna tase them, right? This is all on video, by the way. All on video. And the dudes was like, you ain't tasing one of my homeboys.
Right.
And I feel him. He said, but we can do it this way and blah, blah, blah. So they get up there and they started feeding into what he was doing. He up there talking all this bullshit, and they coming at it from a street nigga perspective, right? I guess he got mad because that's not what he expected them to like kind of do in that way. And it was making him look crazy, basically. So he leaves. Then he gets in his car and he tells motherfuckers, yeah, the motherfuckers had guns and all this. So you snitch. But that's not even a big deal for him because he respects snitching, right?
Right.
See, he said that. But the thing is, he's going around this motherfucker convincing a lot of people. I saw people out that I know would know better than this. That I know that if they knew this motherfucker in real life, even passively, I ain't talking about knowing his backstory or none of that. Just hearing him talk, because I know these are street dudes or that come from that. They know a grift when they see one who can't tell that this is a grift. They can't tell that this is a grift. He don't believe that shit, and a lot of these motherfuckers don't, and they're doing that to farm engagement and create a persona about themselves that they hope leads them into the bag. And it's happening for a lot of people. It's happening for, there's an upper echelon of these motherfuckers that are literally generating millions of dollars in revenue, saying a bunch of bullshit that's part of a method of discourse that I feel is bad for the country. It's bad just for society in general, for motherfuckers to be taking some of these serious topics, these serious problems that are affecting people's lives, and speaking about it in such a way that's not helpful. It doesn't change anything. If anything, it makes things for the worse, right? Or it belittles the actual problem that's actually hurting real people. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But the shit is pathetic, but I don't know what's worse. Him and guys like him for trying that shit, or people for buying into it. Now, I get that people gullible as a motherfucker. As a matter of fact, we just had a whole session previous to the show of motherfuckers doing shit that's like, what? I get that. But there's got to be some sort of accountability, because you get the society that you deserve.
Nigga.
You get the society you deserve. I ain't saying everybody's fully perfect. Lord knows I'm not perfect. I got a fucking temper.
Right.
And it can be toxic. If when I was younger, it was way more toxic than it is now, right? But it's funny because my wife mentioned something to one of her, somebody she worked with. She was like, Landon has a temper, and I've only seen him on 20. And that was scary as shit. Right? That was scary as shit. So I'm not trying to put myself over as somebody that don't have shit that I need to address myself, but some of this shit is blatant fuckery.
Yeah.
Blatant fuckery. And y'all got, what's up, DJ? I don't know. I don't have any answers, but I can tell you this, something that we talked about earlier on the show. Stop looking at these motherfuckers that's in front of camera, including me, including SPJ, including Adequate. Stop looking at them like they not human or they above. Nah. Judge the quality of the shit that they're saying.
Facts.
The quality of the shit of how they present themselves. Not just because you like them or you find them entertaining. Because entertaining, that's cool. Entertainment is cool.
Right.
But motherfuckers be taking that shit way too fucking far. And I'm talking to audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get entertained by a motherfucker, and then it can do no wrong. We saw that shit with Cat Williams. Don't get me wrong, Cat Williams said a lot of things that's probably true, but he also said a lot of shit that's cat.
Yeah, that's facts.
And as soon as motherfuckers heard him say things that they agreed with, they said that all of it's real, all of it's true. Right?
Right.
Y'all can't, there's no middle with y'all. Y'all on one side and the next. Yo.
They don't understand nuance.
They don't understand nuance, and it's sad. It's really frightening because every podcast is not like this.
No,
they're not. There are podcasts for almost every.
I'd argue most.
Yeah, I would say a lot. Yeah, most aren't. But the ones that seem to make the rise to the top are the ones that elicit these tactics. And at that point, it's not just about them. It's about us. The shit that we find so fascinating that we're willing to give them all of this engagement and attention, even though a lot of them are lying to our fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped a long time ago trying to get you motherfuckers to fact check anything. I spent the whole decade telling niggas them, yo, fact check,
right?
In songs, fucking vlogs, fact check.
Fuck that.
That shit, right? That was the response right there. Fuck that. So I've given up on. I know I can't get y'all to do that, but can you? So instead of doing all of that, I don't expect you to be studious. I expect you when a motherfucker talking, they say some shit that you were unaware of. Just for your face to do this.
Right.
Can I get you to do? Can I get you just that. That's skeptical.
That's
just
gym,
that.
That's the gym face from the
right, right. Just that.
Bruh.
This is why I told SBJ before we got on that I feel like I'm aging 10 years every day. You motherfuckers are killing me, and I want to get to a position where that's not. I no longer have to worry about that shit.
Now the damage is done. It's going to be a concurrent thing. So
listen, all I know is I've seen other motherfuckers who ain't worried about it, but they've done certain things so they don't have to be worried. That's what I'm trying to get there. Cause you're killing me.
Turn off your computer.
That's not gonna help because this is not the problem. If I could turn off my computer and via hitting the switch and turning it off, people would go away. No. That would be great. I'm saying that'd be great. But I don't have that. I don't have the switch. I got the glove, the Infinity Gauntlet over there, but it's just a replica.
Yeah, I don't think that's going. Yeah,
replica and shit.
Right.
Have you tried it yet?
Yes.
Oh.
I tried it every day for a month. Oh. No, niggas gotta go.
That's dumb.
Why? Leave.
Listen, yo, niggas gotta go. And neighbors like, nah.
I got
I
got carpal tunnel now from that shit. Trying to snap that glove, bro. Nothing. Appeals don't work. Appeals to your better nature doesn't work. Yo, don't me saying shit like, yo, you don't feel kind of crazy for spreading misinformation?
Nah, nigga, nah. Facts don't matter. The fuck you mean?
It's my opinion. Or I ain't say it was true. I just posted it. What?
Opinions could neither be right or wrong.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's some truth in everything. What that got to do with? You're killing me.
There's truth in everything. Well, the only truth that sentence has is the word itself.
Right. Yo,
and there was truth in everything. Do you know how like complicated life would be in general? Life would be so conflicting.
Hold up. Vampires.
Right.
Like, come on, dog.
Seriously. The infamous. They mad at him because he be telling the truth. Bro, just because you say how you truthfully feel does not mean that you're saying the truth. Y'all be conflating that shit too much.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
He's telling his truth. They're telling their truth.
See,
they don't
like him because he be telling the truth. No, he be saying how he sincerely feels. Right. And that's a red flag, actually. That's not something you should be celebrating and shit.
It's kind of dangerous.
Y'all are so fucking easy. Easy.
Jesus, you're making them sound like whores.
I mean,
I mean, metaphorically.
Humans are lazy, thieving, gold digging whores. That's what they are. All right.
Shit.
They're worse than demons.
Oh.
Humans suck. Because
I wanted to end that sentence so bad, but go ahead.
Yo.
The shit's bad, but the problem is also we feel this way, or an approximation. Some of you may not feel as strong as I do about that, but we feel this way. We are a small minority of people.
Oh yes, absolutely.
We're a small minority of people, right? Because let's say over the next week, 100,000 people come across this podcast. The percentage of shoulder shrugs at what I just said and went through, massive.
Yeah, instantly unsubbing.
Massive.
Nigga.
The man over there a little crazy.
Be okay. Mind your business,
bruh.
I live here. Fuck. What are you talking about? I live here. I have to live. Somebody got you. You walk into your family home, and there is a pile of dog shit on the coffee table. Everybody's walking around the house. Motherfuckers on the phone.
Ain't nobody picking it up.
Motherfuckers watching TV. It's that you smelt the shit before you opened the door. And then you come in and go, excuse y'all. There's a 5-foot pile of dog shit on the coffee table, and nobody is going to even mention it.
And they minding their business.
It ain't my shit.
It ain't my shit. That's what I'm saying. I gotta say, it. Somebody has to say it. Somebody has to say that for the most part, you're about 10 pounds of sad in a 5-pound bag.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Like it sucks. So yes, next week. Well, no, you're gonna hear from me before the next week's show because we got another podcast. Man, Graydon did. It's going up Monday, right? But by next week, I will be about 70 years older because it's 10 years every day. It's 10 years every day. You're killing me. Who's next?
Hey, you gotta follow that, bro.
I mean, do I though? Like, this nigga was fucking spitting bars. Like, and
how was your week? Adequate.
Oh my god, my week was pretty great for the most part.
Well, that's good.
But I do have some grievances. But I'm gonna get. Hold up, what should I do?
Is this festival?
Hold on. To be clear, wait. To be clear. To be clear, you don't have to have grievances.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to have them.
No, nigga, I'm talking about
on the show, right? You can just talk
don't
about.
Have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the bad shit.
Curmudgeony old man screams at squirrels and clouds.
Nah, but I'm who I am though. So like, I wake up with an attitude.
I'm still me.
Yeah, like
I'm still me.
Shit. For the most part, my week's been decent. I got one of my grades up from a B to an A, and then one of my grades dropped. Yeah, but one of my grades dropped from a B to a C because I was rushing to do the paper.
Oh damn, that's
but I'm still like I still have enough time to like,
down.
get it back to a B and get it possibly to an A because my teacher sees the work that I've been doing, and then like how they do it, like so your grade isn't your actual grade. You know what I mean? Like it's like it depends on where you're at in the class. So like for this week,
it's weighted.
Yeah, like it's weighted. So like even next week's grades, even though they're not applied yet, they're still added to the overall score of what you could get. You know what I mean?
Right.
You haven't gotten it yet.
Right.
Okay. So my teacher was like, I can redo my essay because like I said, I was during the move and all this shit. So I had to do this essay about compare and contrast and shit. So I was just rushing just to get it done, but I forgot to add resources. Because I didn't like read the entire to-do list or whatever. But she's gonna let me resubmit it. Thanks, Cindy. She's gonna let me resubmit it. Cindy, she's gonna let me resubmit it this weekend. So and plus I'm caught up with everything. I'm not sure if y'all saw the post.
I did see the post.
Yeah, so for those who didn't, I've decided to
keep going. I can
take your talents to South Beach.
That was a fucking bar.
And you got the handle.
Yeah. Damn. No. So I decided to start doing my work earlier in the week rather than later, and trying to like crunch everything together. And it's actually been working out because there's no way I would have got an A by fucking Wednesday in my critical thinking class if I started doing shit today. You know what I'm saying? So now how I'm looking at it, I didn't know. Well, I did know this, and I was just reminded that I don't have to wait till Mondays to start doing my work. I can actually do it that Sunday as long as I have all the prerequisites for the last week done on Sunday.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that, so I could just get like a jump start on the discussions and all that shit. Because we have to do discussions each week. We have to submit something 3 times out of the week on separate days. So the first one has to be what the subject is about, whatever little task they want us to talk about, and then the other 2 we have to respond to our classmates' shit. And those actually really do count for a big chunk of your grade. Also, that keeps track of your attendance as far as them knowing, like, are you actually showing up and not just doing the coursework, but you're actually being involved with, you know, the course and all that shit. So
makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to see if I could do the same thing and duplicate the results.
Right.
So next week we'll see that, and then even if it doesn't duplicate results, it still feels better to know, like, damn, Wednesday I was 3/4 done with all my schoolwork. And then
I was about to say it's still helpful.
Yeah. Exactly. And then Thursday, I like just finished the other shit I had to do. That those grades got tallied up, then I got an A. And then yesterday, what I did, I just glossed over everything just to check to see if I missed anything. And that shit felt so good. I was like, oh, I didn't miss shit.
Right.
I'm good. I could chill on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can start again on Sunday.
Right.
It just feels good to, you know, be able to make a change, and the change is working for me, because I know a lot of times, like someone was saying, like, yo, him and his fam, they, instead of just talking about it, they're going to make certain changes to, you know, be on the up and up. And that's what I'm on. Like, yo, and plus I moved to my new spot, so like my mindset has to change too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't keep doing the same shit over and over. And plus, I'm not trying to approach the shit like how I approached it last year, even though I got honor board. But damn, I was really fucking stressed out. I want to make this shit a little bit easier on me. So I know if I start earlier in the week, I'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
So
one thing I always said about Addy, he knows I've told him this on numerous occasions. When he set his mind to some shit, it reminds me a lot of my daughter. Set your mind to doing some shit, he gets into a routine. Bam, 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 bam. If those of you that have been following Addy for a while knows, even to move from California to South Carolina was a complete rechanging of his life all over again.
Right.
Just all over again. And it was a lot of obstacles that he was trying to sort through. That he smashed that shit. Smashed it.
Crazy.
Went through it. Look, he smashed through the obstacles. So I'm gonna put through the obstacles. That'll help.
I mean, I think that kind of whatever. Go ahead.
Like, and there was a lot of things that I'm sure he was skeptical about whether or not he could do that he wound up doing. And every so often he got to be reminded of that shit.
I was about to. Never mind.
Dude, we know what you can do once you set that course in your head. We seen it.
Yeah, and that's another thing I'll be trying to tell you. Like, you're right, because when I do set my mind on something, normally it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't happen, that's because I decided I don't give a fuck about it no more.
Right.
I mean,
right. But
you know, let me get to the fuck shit. Right. My grievances. So, right, I remember when I was telling you about the people at my job, right? I remember there was an instance when we were actually cool, and it was during like Christmas Eve and all that shit, and it was like Wednesday. I got paid. No, Tuesday I got paid. I was like, all right, cool, got my regular check. Then Wednesday, I got paid. I was like, it says from Bell Equipment. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, all right, cool, that's what's up.
Whoa.
No, nigga.
No. Because I've been doing a lot of overtime stuff, and I know, like, dude was saying, like, it'll go to your next check or whatever because some shit happened with some shit.
Always ask, yo. That's like when the IRS sends you some shit that you don't
And listen,
ask.
And then an hour later, another ding notification.
What?
It was half of what the other shit was, but it was nice though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, damn. It came to my mind because I remember, like, before we got hired on, they were talking about bonuses and shit. Like, we get like holiday bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh shit, it might be that. So instead of jumping out the window, I was like, yo, let me call them up and see if
there
like,
you go.
I was like, yo, I didn't say did you get a bonus or anything. I just asked, yo, do we get bonuses? Because we just got hired on last month, so I'm not sure how that works. And they was like, nah, we don't know nothing about that. I was like, oh, all right, bet, cool. Right? So I just let it keep going on. Got mine. I'm like, shit, I got mine. But they ended up getting theirs, right?
Mm-hmm.
The following weekend, they're like, oh, you sneaky. I'm like, how am I sneaky? Because you got your bonus and didn't tell us. I'm like, hey, did you get your bonus? It was like, yeah. I'm like, so
did
what
you tell me?
Right.
No,
no, because they get paid after me. Because the way my bank account works, I get paid like earlier than them niggas. So
that's still your business.
But my point is, did y'all get yours? Yes. So how the fuck am I being sneaky? What the fuck does it matter?
Like, it's one thing if they said, here, Eddie, we giving you yours and theirs. Make sure you break them off some.
Right.
That's not how this works.
Right.
You know, I tell them like, what?
Because they was like, oh, because you asked, do we get bonus and tell that you got yours? I'm like, nigga, it don't matter if I got mine or not. It matters if you get yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you get yours?
Crazy,
yes. Then shut the fuck up. Fuck you bitching.
Why you gotta know what's in my pocket? You
know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't going to tell you if I got it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all told me y'all got y'all's, and I was like, oh, that's why you asked. I'm like, yeah.
You sneaky. How is that sneaky?
How is that sneaky? Because what if I told y'all I got my bonus, right? And I told you what the amount that it was, and then y'all not thinking like, yo, I get paid before y'all because how my bank accounts works. Right. Y'all might go into work tomorrow, start tripping and talk about that shit.
Going to HR, like, what the fuck? This motherfucker
exactly.
just
Jamie got his,
and he got all his money.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, this nigga D, he called me the same night. Like,
exactly, Ken. Wasn't your question, do we get bonuses?
Thank you. And then my man D called me. He was like, oh, did you? I was like, no, I straight cap. I just capped just because I wanted to make sure like everybody that was involved got their shit before I said something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo. And plus, it don't matter if as long as you got yours, it don't fucking matter.
Yo, it don't really matter what the fuck. Yo, listen. What I eat don't make you shit
at all.
This is mine. I'm asking about how the policy around here work with bonuses.
Thank you. That's it. It
is not my responsibility, nor am I inclined to tell you what my check looks like, you motherfucker.
Or tell you when I get a bonus or how I got the bonus or overtime or none of that shit. Mind your fucking business. I just asked a strict question of do we?
And that's a policy question. We.
Is that happening because we just got hired on in November and it's December? And it looks like we're getting bonuses and our PTOs cashed out. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope because we just got here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So then whatever.
You're sneaky.
That's when I should have realized that was a red flag. You know what I mean? But I just let it go.
They petty. They petty as fuck over there. They petty.
So then the other day, like how I told you, I was like, yo, I'm not like doing certain things that I used to do back then. So this is how it goes, right? We have one reach truck, one forklift, and one dock stalker. And the reach truck and the forklift and the dock stalker, they only go up like 4 levels. So I'm not getting anything that's 4 and below. I'm not doing that shit because there's no reason why I'm the only one with the high reach truck, but I have to get those levels. And we have a dock stalker and a sit down. So what I started doing, I was telling them like, yo, if it's 4 and below, I'm not getting that shit. So they've been, complying and shit. And whenever they don't want to
comply or die.
And whenever they don't want to, I'm like, well, then y'all could use the stairs or get the chick to do this shit to pull it down for y'all. Like, because I don't understand why the fuck she won't do it. Oh, I don't feel comfortable driving in those narrow lanes with it. Then why the fuck are you a Lyft driver then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I understand the dry is different than the Reach truck, but I could do it on all 3 of them shits with no questions, like no problems. You know what I'm saying?
In her defense, though,
I do what?
In her defense,
Well, you ain't got to be me to know how to fucking ride it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a machine, dog. You control the shit. You feel me? Like, well, whatever. So the thing that pissed me off, right? There was one of those locations that were low location, and they was like, oh, the reason why we can't get it because the material was heavy. And they wrote, oh, it needs to be picked heavy. So I went and got the material, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if this shit's heavy. 10 pieces of the same thing. Each of those things weighed about 2 pounds. Not even.
Why you got
muscles?
I don't try to use them because I'm not lifting anything in that warehouse.
Why you always gotta be checking shit? See, that's your problem.
Who, me?
You always checking shit.
No, so I'm just to make sure. So I'm like, oh,
are you checking boxes though?
Yes, always checking boxes. Like checker boxes, nigga.
Smart man.
Yeah, man, go again, checking boxes.
So I checked the box, put it down. I put all 10 of them on the pallet. Then I wrote them a little note. Wasn't heavy.
Damn.
And they ain't say nothing back. I'm like, yeah, y'all want to be petty? I'm gonna be petty too. Like, suck my dick, my nigga. Fuck out of here. Like, stop playing with me, dog. And like, they just be fucking lazy. Like, it just be pissing me off, man. Like, just be getting away with shit, just taking advantage of people. Like, people just let them do it.
Truthfully, though.
Oh, shut up.
Get away.
Just be getting away with murder. On my fucking nerves, but like that's why y'all want to give me notes. All right, I'm gonna give you a little note.
Yeah, facts though. Facts.
No, facts. Being petty. Hold up. The issue was never being petty. That wasn't the issue.
You're playing with me. You're fucking playing with me.
Yeah.
You saw what I saw, and you saw.
I'm that same guy, bro.
You're playing with
you giving me notes now, my nigga?
Okay, and you want to play with me? Hey yo, but like, hey yo, next time that shit ever happens again, and I see it's like that similar or anything similar to that, I'm like, no, y'all get this yourself. I'm not playing with y'all. Stop fucking with me.
That's like,
and it ain't gonna come in the form of a note.
Yo, I'm just saying, be on your Tay-Rock shit next time. That's light.
Facts.
Okay. All right.
Fuck, but yeah, that was my week, B. But next week gonna be better. I already know it.
Good. Shit. All right. I don't even know where to fucking start after y'all niggas. y'all niggas. No. So there's somebody who I'm supposed to be working on a pretty significant project with. We were in the planning stages. I personally figured that they was bluffing because they have a propensity to bluff about shit in life in general.
Warren, you calling them Warren Buffett?
Now, to be fair, less so with me, because like this is a person that I know. Like, yes, less so with me, but I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's happened.
Yeah, Warren Buffett. Yeah, I got you.
we were in the process of planning and all that other good shit, and then it kind of fell off a steep cliff with the planning. So I hit her up. And I asked, like, what's the deal? And nigga,
what's the deal, Pickle?
Nigga. So she is a manager at her job.
Okay.
She recently had to fire one of her assistant managers.
Oh, I hate
and until that spot is filled, she won't have any free time, basically. Right? So, but I bring this up because of why she had to fire the girl. Nigga. So leading up to this person that she had to fire was an amazing employee. She was an assistant manager. She was very helpful. She did what the fuck she was supposed to do. A customer called the store one day and let the store know that she lost her wallet.
Oh,
and thinks that she left it there. One of the employees found it. The assistant manager tells the customer that they found it and it would be by the front. The customer allegedly says, where else would it be? So the assistant manager is now offended by this and decided that she was going to throw this lady's wallet in the bathroom trash can.
Ooh, wrong move. All right, so I'm trying to understand this because this went from 0 to 160 in 4 seconds, yo.
Bro, that's the same thing I said. Yo, when she said, because we were texting at first, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? She like, there's a lot of shit going on right now. I'm so bit. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm driving to my next location. She was like, can you talk? I'm like, all right, cool, call me. And she was like, yo, it's like, you know how like somebody, I don't even think she was doing it intentionally. You know how somebody will have a story to tell you and they just keep building it up instead of telling the actual story. Right. I think she was legitimately still flabbergasted at the fact that this, because it gets worse, slightly worse. But I think she was still just flabbergasted at what fucking happened. So the customer gets to the store and asks for the wallet. The assistant manager says to her, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
My wallet, punk.
And she isn't, and quote, I'm not sure who you talk to.
Oh my.
The assistant manager then walks away as if she's looking for the wallet or somebody to see if somebody else talked to this lady. Meanwhile, another customer just so happens to be in earshot. And when the assistant manager walks away, the other customer comes up to the first customer like, hey, I saw somebody take a wallet and walk towards the back with it. So security's now involved.
Cameras.
Y'all niggas be snitching. But
so security's now involved. The security guard gets told the story, and apparently he confronted the assistant manager, and I don't remember if she told him exactly where it was, or he just so happened to guess that that's where it could have been. And when he found it in the trash can, it was open.
Oof.
So I'm sitting here trying to figure out something. Do you think maybe when the woman said, well, where else would it be? She said it like, what? Where the fuck else would it be, bitch?
Here's the thing about that.
Do you think she got crazy?
Here's the thing about that. Even in the event, right? Because we have to.
Why would you do that?
We have to separate how we feel from what actually makes sense.
Right.
Even in the event, let's say she said, well, where the fuck else would it be, you bitch ass motherfucker? You know what? I'm coming up there and I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass with my wallet. Let's say she said that, right? Let's say she said that, right?
Right.
It still does not behoove you to, after you've already told this lady you found her wallet, and it would be near the front, to you yourself walking to the front, grabbing the wallet, walking into the bathroom and throwing it, opening it first, and then throwing it in the trash can. It don't behoove you.
Listen,
that's
open it to see if it to see any identification. Make sure this was the wallet she was going to throw away. I don't know. Is this her?
Yeah, that is wild behavior. Straight up.
I would almost give you a slight point for that. But here's the thing: if that was why the fuck you ain't close it back?
Oh yeah.
Now here's the thing. The customer said she looked in the wallet, nothing appeared to be missing. But my homegirl brought up a great point. She was like, when she talked to the assistant manager, she was like, the assistant manager said the same thing. I didn't take that out of that girl's wallet. And my homegirl was like, maybe you didn't. No, maybe you didn't. But who's to say you didn't take pictures of things?
That's true. Check my phone, bitch.
I mean, so needless to say, she had to fire her.
Yeah, she had to fire.
She had to fire her.
She had to
like,
fire
what are
her.
you? I have to fire you. Like, what are you talking? It's like that scene in The Departed where fucking Alec, not Alec Baldwin, the Estevez, the older one.
Oh,
not the,
Charlie Sheen.
No, the older one. Older Martin Sheen told was it Leo? I think it was Leo when Leo punched Mark Wahlberg. Martin Sheen was like, think.
Yeah.
Now I have to arrest you. What the fuck is wrong with? We are in public. You just punched a detective.
Yeah.
I have to now put you in this vehicle. What is wrong with? It's that type of thing. Like, why would you think that this was a good idea at any point? Like anything that happened after the point that the phone call ended was the exact opposite of what you should have done. Like, what do you mean?
Listen, I was trying to find something that would, because I don't, that line. All right, listen, she may have been a bit snarky, but then to go from that, I'm gonna throw your shit away now.
That's
bro.
That's wild.
After I've already
told you that
confirmed possession.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
What is wrong with y'all?
No, but they got it. She got it. She got it. She had an idea.
She got it.
She had a plan.
She got it all right.
So she found out.
Talk about trash cans. She got canned. So
the plan that got canned,
nigga. Moving on. Justin EP is still streaming. It's available on Bandcamp.
Music.
Soul Sessions is streaming on all platforms, and the deluxe version is available exclusively on Bandcamp. That's in addition to all of the other singles and whatever projects and whatever that we have streaming. Go run all our shit up.
Also,
we would greatly appreciate it. Also, I'm still doing it. I told y'all last week I was starting the TikTok thing back up. So I will admit though, this isn't like deterring me, but it is a little difficult trying to figure out an effective scheduling with batch recording for TikTok because of how fast the thing moves, like how fast everything moves. It's
also I've heard of some techniques from people who have been somewhat successful on there, or more successful than us on there, about the amount of views that you should hope to get within the first hour or something.
Right.
Don't take it down.
Yeah, like it's a whole bunch of things. I'm not doing all that. But no, I'm simply not. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I'm not that pressed. But I'm still gonna continue posting. I got this one response.
But they're saying about the amount of views you get, you should take
something about an hour.
So what happens is when you post a TikTok, and the algorithm can change at any time.
Yes.
But when you post a TikTok sends it to a certain group of people, and if that group of people react to it, then it sends it to a wider group of people,
right? And
so on and so forth. So effectively,
comments help too. Comments,
right? So the idea behind that strategy is if you posted it and you don't get a certain amount of interactions in a certain amount of time, that means that it's not going to be sent out anymore. So you might as well get rid of that shit and post it up again at a later time, right? To see if you get lucky again with that first strike. But I'm not doing all that shit. I simply cannot. But and the way that I'm doing some of these videos, I knew I was bound to get responses from people because I'm straight up tagging your shit. Like it's not like I'm not hiding. And because the way TikTok is, it's stupid. So you can't upload a video when you stitch a TikTok. But you can upload a video when you reply to a comment on TikTok. Right. So what I've been doing is, if it's a take that I already have, and this video just reminded me of it, then I'll go ahead and do the stitch and just record it, like right there. But otherwise, what I do is, hey, that's how it goes. TikTok crazy. So I end up if it's not something simple that I can just do real quick, I'll record it, and then I will, whenever I go to post it, go back to that video and find a comment that the original post made in the comments, and I'll reply to that comment.
Right.
Like I said, I know. Well, I fully expected somebody to respond to something.
Of course.
I got a response that I didn't expect.
Oh shit.
Because here's the thing, right? It was a lady who made a video about a good guy checklist. And she effectively had six points. And 5 of her points I pretty much agreed with.
Okay.
But one of them was left too open-ended. And it was too, you know how like you'll say a thing and it's not quite wrong. It's just leaving out
there's some context
factors. Yeah. Basically her point was good guys don't associate with bad guys and don't tolerate bad guys. That's not really how that works, because bad guys will do bad things regardless of who's around. But that don't always mean they will. Right. And if this person that I interact with happens to be a bad guy, but I never see them do anything bad, it's not my responsibility. I have nothing. I can't be held responsible for that shit. Now, once I find out, then I have the opportunity to check them or remove myself or whatever the case may be.
It also,
of course,
it also does depend on what they're calling bad.
Yes.
That has a lot to do with it too. Not to say
absolutely.
I can't tell you this for nothing. I've been around a lot of bad motherfuckers growing up, right? And I knew they were that. But I was at the very least at that time in their wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even if I wasn't doing everything they were doing, I was doing enough where we're in the same wheelhouse. And I knew that there was a line that I had that these motherfuckers didn't have. There was an off switch for me. Some of these motherfuckers ain't had no off switch at all, right? And eventually, as I got older, I started to realize, nigga, this ain't for you. You should not be around these motherfuckers because you about to spend more time in the penitentiary, right? So it is entirely possible for people that she would label as good to have been around.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But she took that small part of my video completely out of context.
Of course.
Right. Completely out of context. And
she needed to do another video.
Well, that's not why. Because the video she did, she had enough that had nothing to do with me to make a full video.
Oh, so she was definitely personally.
She, in my opinion, hit dogs holler. She felt hit by what I said.
Right.
And she, instead of trying to understand the point that I was making, she wanted to defend her position.
Right.
And it's like, you left out every other thing I said about. I started off the video explaining how I agreed with her list.
Right.
You ain't put that in your video.
No.
At the end of my point about the point that she said that I disagreed with, I said the part about once you find out they do some fuck shit, I can check them or remove myself. She left that part out.
Of course she did.
Of course she did. So it's like, bro, what are you talking? My point was, if you're making this list, I don't know how, I don't follow her, so I don't know how big her following is, but I know the video went big. I don't know if it went viral, but it went big enough to reach it to me.
Right.
And people might look at that checklist, internalize that checklist, and then if there's a person that sees Addie doing some fuck shit,
right,
and knows that you associate with Addie,
right, so you must be doing the shit.
Automatically assume you must be right. That's what I'm saying. So if you ain't never seen none of the fuck shit that Addie did,
they talking about right.
That's the point that I was making. But again, nuance.
I just think it's wild that you had to use me as an example. But go
ahead. No, but you be doing fuck shit.
If we be honest, you be doing some fuck shit. So
not now.
You know,
not now.
Kind of known for it. I got the whole dossier on you down in Miami, nigga. Like what
you
the
don't
fuck?
know.
I really did. Like, it's public knowledge. Like, your ass was
where
your ass was wilding down there, yo.
No, I was a good boy, man.
I don't believe that.
You could have been if you'd have just.
You would have been. You were on the path.
Bro, if you'd have just stayed in the
Yo,
area
if you had
grew
turned
up,
right instead of left,
right, you would have been fine. But nah, you had to go from that big house into them
bruh,
hood areas. And
right.
I knew niggas like you.
Wilding out,
I knew
bruh.
niggas like you from the hood back that come from the county and shit like that.
Mhm.
You gotta bring your ass down here to get
Mhm.
involved with the shit.
So that's
You want to go down to the doldrums,
You gotta go down to and then refer to the rest of us as underprivileged niggas.
right?
Oh, I had homeboys that was
Bro, no, specifically brokies. Remember?
brokies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, some of y'all niggas be fucking brokies.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. All right. So, but yeah, that like I said, I was expecting responses, but that was out of all the videos that I had recorded so far.
Yeah.
That was tame. Like, but anyway, also I finished the song, but I can't do anything with this particular song because
wait, is it that one?
Yes, the one that I'm.
Hey, yo, fam, can I just say, like, I mean, I get it, but nigga,
I'm petty.
Yeah,
I'm petty for this particular thing,
but I love it. It's like, you know what I mean? Because I fuck with petty. I just wish there was more of a reason behind it.
There's a reason.
I know there's a reason, but like,
explain the reason in there.
I know.
I've done shit like that too, nigga. So
I know.
I
just wish it was more connected to you.
It is connected.
I mean, like,
nigga, listen.
I mean,
directly.
Blood in, blood out, nigga.
Listen,
I mean, I get you.
If a motherfucker directly hit him, he directly hit me.
No, I get that. But all I'm saying is because a nigga might be like, "Hey, why don't you just mind your business?"
You can say that,
nigga.
We said to each other all the time. That's fine.
Listen, that's a part of the reason why I can't do anything with it.
Right.
Because there's only a handful of people that would even understand what's going on.
I got bullshit, but you might not like it.
What?
You could, like, start dropping names. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. You know I can't.
No, you literally can. Will you? Should you? Maybe not.
No, I cannot. See, this is what I be talking about when I say you be doing fuck shit. Yeah, this is exactly what it like. This is no. Hold on, wait. Let me clarify. Let me clarify.
That's all good. It's all good.
Let me clarify. Right. This is the modern fuck shit that you be on. Modern fuck shit that you used to be on. That's different. That's the actual bad shit. This fuck shit, it ain't really actually bad, but it's still fuck shit. Like this, the modern fuck shit. You be on. Shit. You know damn well you were in the conversation. You know damn well I was told no, do not say your name. Because we don't want any extra attention. Right.
No, okay, I understand. So you can't do it because there will be consequences. I get up.
No,
but I'm just saying, like,
consequences.
I'm just saying, like, the little
fame is a motherfucker, and
I'm saying,
not
the
have
literal
it
thing that, like, you could, like, physically and verbally.
Yes, obviously, I technically could. Right.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
And I would had that not been said.
Okay.
However, the situation which is why I said I would love it if you heard this and you respond, because then
that's just why he said it. Yeah.
Hey yo, can you like, would it be off base if like it gets shared to him by just like
that's literally you telling him it's about him.
That's literally it's not the same thing, nigga. That's funny.
No, I'm just asking. But go ahead.
That's hilarious, but yeah. So, like I said, I can't do shit with this song right now because it doesn't. There's nothing that I'm doing.
The mix is fire too. That's probably one of your better mixes too.
Word.
Whatever thing you did with that. Whatever way you did that, you need to look into.
And that's what makes it so much worse because I did such a good job.
Yeah,
you can't do nothing with it,
and I can't do shit with it. Like eventually, it's going to be on a project.
I gave him a real.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that, but the next two projects are already planned, and they don't fit either one of them motherfuckers.
Oh,
right. So it's gonna be a minute before nigga. It's gonna be a minute before anybody in the public can hear this. But anyway, I had fun making it, so whatever.
If you
I have fun listening to it.
Justin E.T.
Hey, you know what's so every time James does something like this though, and he sends it to me, I'm always like, "Yo, fam, like, are you talking about me? Like,
why would you assume?
No, because the shit that he be saying be like
that had nothing to do with it.
I know. But it just certain
Like-
shit that he be saying, I'd be like, okay, it's not about me. I know exactly who the fuck he's talking about.
No. The problem is you're just annoyed.
Right.
That's the problem.
That's fine.
Because there's
That's fine.
literally
Okay,
nothing in
Hey,
there
nothing
that
that
references you at all.
I'll take that too. Fine,
Yes,
whatever. Nigga. Shit.
There's nothing in there that references your annoyed ass.
No, but I
Listen,
know
nigga,
how
possibly.
James is. It is like, yo, niggas
How-
won't know.
No. To be fair, if I ever like did feel like fucking around, I would write a diss track for Eddie and just send it to him.
Well, because
Right,
you're
right,
an
right, right.
asshole.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I mean,
Like I wouldn't put it out, but I would
Right.
absolutely send it to
I'll
him.
probably do the same thing too. It'd
Take
be
this,
like,
nigga.
Right.
Take this, nigga. Take that.
but I had to be like, wait, and then he told me what the context was, and then I saw the other shit. I was like, oh, like
You ain't,
while I
hold
was
up. So
while,
you
while I
ain't
was
get the
watching the
context
other
just from
shit.
hearing like it's certain.
No, I
shit
had a
he said.
feeling that it had to do about that person, but then when I saw the other thing, I was like, oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm
Because it's
I'm
always-
wilding, but I'm not
It's
just
him.
wilding just because.
Like,
No.
you just be wild just because, though.
No,
Nah, bro.
Like,
No,
I
I'm
didn't
not
did the
wilding just
same
because.
shit for shit that didn't quote unquote directly had anything to do with me. I
hey, I
literally
don't want
got
y'all to, I
a
don't
whole
want y'all to think
song.
I don't want y'all to think I'm
called-
judging y'all or nothing though. Like,
No.
No,
Like-
but I'm saying I literally
No,
have a
I
whole
understand the
song
point you're
called
making.
off my chest that's talking about another situation that I was not involved in. Matter of fact, I benefited from that fuckery, and I'm still talking shit.
I
to
just
defend my
wish
mans.
more
know what I'm
would come with that shit. Like,
Like
I
what?
want to see, like, I want to see it. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why?
Fuck you mean? Why
That
not?
doesn't seem appealing.
Yo, you're busy. Like that, because here's the thing.
Because
being
I want to see them get busy. Like, what's up? Like,
Right, but
Nah,
it's
but
objectively-
then you're gonna have to get. Don't you see? There is a cascading effect here. So
yeah,
so
but that's
so
the
if
fucking
somebody-
point. I mean,
somebody
he's not gonna put it
swings-
out. All right, fine. But I'm just saying, if he ever puts it out, like, it'll be fun as fuck to see. And if the dots get connected,
what up,
that'd be
Discord?
dope.
What I'm saying to you is the squeeze ain't worth the juice.
Right.
It's not.
Crazy.
Because I don't think it's good. I don't think it's gonna be that entertaining. Like,
Yeah, like the squeeze ain't worth the juice.
I mean, to me, it would be like the fuck, like.
No.
All right, whatever, fine. Well, damn, I can't have my own selfish reasons as to why. Like, but I
yes, you absolutely can.
Okay, damn,
can.
let me have that then.
You can't.
All right, you're right. You're right.
Not. Go ahead.
On the work. So this wasn't necessarily a bad thing. This was just something I wanted to get an opinion on because am I tripping? So we have a firewall at my job that we use for the field offices. I don't know the actual reason why we only have that set up for the field and not the main office, but I imagine that part of that reason is we don't have IT that just stays out at the jobs that's in the field. So if something happens in the main office, there's a 98% chance that either me, my supervisor, who's not my supervisor, or my boss will be able to take care of it and react quickly to it.
That's for field niggas. Go ahead.
Shut up and react quickly to it. This isn't to say that we don't have any protection in the main office. We just don't specifically restrict what sites can be visited.
Right.
Two other people,
I probably need to stop.
I mean, it is what it is. Two other people have access to the firewall manager, but I'm the one that does the management.
You're the real
If
firewall manager.
Yeah. If the jobs need a site that they don't have access to, I'm the one that has to add it to the list and blah, 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 blah. If a site's no longer working, I have to try to figure out what they changed about the site. For example, there's this company who made, we'll get to that. For an example, there's this company who made a website for us suddenly, randomly. We were no longer able to use it. So I noticed that it still worked in the main office, so that let me know that it was the firewall. I told my boss that since she was the point of contact for them, I told her, she let them know what was going on. For the life of them, they could not figure it out. They spent 2 weeks trying to figure it out. She then put me in contact with them. I'm asking them if they've made any changes. They're adamant that they, quote, hadn't made any changes that should have negatively affected us being able to access their site. That's not what the fuck I asked you.
No,
It's not what I asked you.
No, it's
It's not what I asked you. I asked you if you've made any changes.
None that will
Not
affect
any,
the site.
not any that you think will affect. No, I said, have you made any? So That's an absolute non-answer because you don't know how the fuck our system is set up.
Right.
So because they were so inept, I had to figure it out on my own.
Damn.
Listen, I had to figure it out on my own. And it turns out they absolutely made a fucking change. Well, they couldn't tell me what the change was. I had to figure what the fuck the change was. And then I had to add that new site to the list. But anyway, one of my coworkers this week, it was. But that was a while ago. This week, one of my coworkers asked for the list of approved sites. So there used to be an actual list. It was a Word document titled approved sites. I haven't seen that shit in years though. So even if I found it, it would have been outdated. A couple of days later, she asked me again. Even though no shareable list existed anymore, there was a way for me to show her. It just took a little bit of work. So as I was in the process, we were still on the phone. I was in the process of collecting the data that she asked me. It hit me. Why do you want this? Why do you need this? I clarified that I was still in the process of I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for you. I just want to know. I'm just curious. Why the fuck do you think you need this? Her reasoning was so she could know what's allowed and what's not. Here's why I need help. In my opinion, that's not a good reason to need the list on hand. And her having the list is actually inconsequential. If she needs to go to a site, all she needs to do is go to the site. She would instantly know if it was allowed or not.
Yeah.
When she tried to go to the site. Yeah, right. So it would take a greater or equal amount of time for her to find the list and then scroll the list for the specific site that she's looking for. Because that shit's not in alphabetical order. It's not in any type of order. It's in the order that I added them.
Right.
So, is it me? Like, is this just a situation of people just wanting information just to want information?
No. I'm not quite sure what the situation is, but I don't think it's just that. I don't know. I don't know. Like, why? Seriously. Like,
because there's literally no benefit.
Once you go to the website, it'll show
you'll know
you're not allowed to be here.
Right. You'll know.
And then depending on how many websites that is, you really gonna remember all of those?
That's another part of it. Like, there's I imagine there's at least 50 on there.
She's not gonna remember all of them.
Like, bruh, like what do we and actually I'm gonna get into that later. So next, this story kind of led me to a revelation. So one of the maintenance men at one of the locations sees me at one of the rental offices and tells me he had been looking for me. So I asked him what he needed. He explained that he recently had to get a new camera to take photos of the vacants because the old one died. With the old one, he just connected it to the computer and he would be able to get to the pictures. He said with the new one, it didn't work like that. He said he couldn't get to the pictures. I asked him, okay, so what pops up when you try?
Right.
He said, nothing. So I started to ask, mandatory troubleshooting questions, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, it was clear to me we weren't going to get anywhere. Right. I'm like, okay. I told him I would check it out. He said, whenever you get a chance. I said, no, I'm going to check it out today. It will be my very next stop. He said, okay, I'll be there. I go to the location, and of course, he's not there. I can still fix the problem. So I'm going towards his desk. One of his coworkers at that location knows what's going on, and she goes with me to show me the issue. Bet. Before I go any further, none of what happens next is her fault. She don't do this particular thing. He's the only one at that location whose responsibility this is. So she goes to tell me and show me what the issue is. Her explanation is a more accurate version of the reality because she's more computer savvy than he is. Mm-hmm. She puts the USB cable that is connected to the camera into the PC. The expected screen pops the fuck up. Remember, he told me that nothing pops up. So I said, it's working. She said, no, he said he can't find the photos. Now, generally, when you connect certain cameras to a PC, there are 1 or 2 folders you have to go through to get to the actual pictures. Yeah. So I follow that path, and the folder is empty. I told her it's not working because there isn't anything to work with.
Right.
I disconnected the camera from the computer, and I went to the gallery, and I showed her there are no pictures on this camera.
Right.
And just to do her due diligence, she asked me to take a picture and show her, putting it on the computer so to make sure that he don't got nothing else to complain about. So I'm like, cool. I'm not mad, but seriously, sir, what the fuck? Now, this is an extreme.
You are annoyed though.
Well, here's the thing. This is an extreme example, and in his case, nobody should be that clueless, but I think he has a legitimate reason that I won't get into on here. I won't get into on here. But that being said, there are way too many people on my job who don't have computer skills. Because I'm IT, that bothers me. Because a good portion of them think that it's my job to teach them. It is not.
Whoa, stop. Let's just examine that for a minute. So your exact job duties are to
make sure the shit work.
Fix shit that need to be fixed, install shit that need to be installed, update shit that needs to be updated. And none of those job requirements does it say you put on a professor cap and you walk in there with this portable blackboard,
right,
with chalk and one of those long pointer sticky thingies, and go, when you hit enter, it moves the shit that you're trying to get to do, it responds to that. These are alphabets. Now, in other countries, these will look different depending on what they're.
Stop.
What? Like, nobody pays you for that. Nobody pays you for that.
But here's the thing. Oftentimes, their lack of computer skills and best practices gets them into trouble. I can't count the number of times, right, that I've come on here and told a story like this.
I can't.
Right?
Hold on, Eddie. Eddie, I need your fingers too. Hold on.
I got toes down there if you need them.
Right. A lot of times.
Now, here's the thing. Everything I said before this point stands. I still stand on and by everything I just said.
On business,
nigga. And I used to think there's no good reason these people should not have basic computer skills. Yes, technology moves quickly, but it's not as if we went from the Abacus to the NVIDIA 3090 GPU in a matter of weeks. Shut up,
nigga.
In a matter of weeks. Shut the fuck up. Then I realized what it was the other day, yo. And this adds to the whole profound sadness thing. I realized what it was.
What was it? Yeah.
It's our particular brand of capitalism. So follow me. I had a computer lab in my school in my elementary school by the time I hit 5th grade. It wasn't there before 5th grade, but by the time I hit 5th grade, I had a computer lab in my school. So I felt like everyone should have had access around that same time.
How old is this person you're talking about?
Me. I'm talking about me.
No, the other person.
Oh, well, no, I'm gonna get there. Hold up. So
because just for the record, in my high school, senior high, we had a computer lab in the Westside Skills Center too. However, these were no more than electronic abacuses.
Facts. So I felt like everyone should have had access around that same time, but of course, that's not the reality. I didn't have any computer classes in my 6th grade, so I don't know.
Didn't you go to city or some shit?
That's high school. I said 6th grade, nigga.
Okay.
You 6th grade.
Nigga, I'm just saying they be having like gamma labs in the city. And
shut up. I didn't have any computer classes in 6th grade, so I don't know if that school had a computer lab. at that point.
I don't think we had computers when I was in sixth grade.
My 7th and 8th grade, I was in Kenya, so we didn't have them there. I'm pretty sure City had computers by the time I went there, but I didn't have any computer classes when I was in high school. Jesus. So so that means that I'm pretty sure that any computer classes were completely elective.
Right.
I just so happened to be lucky enough that my mother had the interest and the interest and the income to be able to buy one. So I had one at home.
Right. Man,
also,
I didn't have a computer until I was 30,
right?
Something. I ain't on
so also, if you are of a certain age, you shouldn't still be required to work in places that are so computer heavy.
Yeah,
you should have been able to retire by now. That's effectively. One of my coworkers has a business degree. Her college did not have computers. At what point was she supposed to learn all of this? So
that's true.
I am and will continue to be frustrated about this stupid thing because, again, two things can be true.
Right.
However, I now think about it slightly differently because of the way fucking capitalism, especially our particular brand of capitalism, works.
I get that. However, let me just say, my daughter's 27.
Mm-hmm.
Napalm was online when she was just a little girl. That's for humans. That's a lot of years.
It is absolutely
to operate in the world and see something becoming a thing, and then decide, man, fuck that, I need to. Here's
the thing: you
turn around. There's nothing here.
That,
turn around. They're all over the place.
Like, here's the thing about that. They were all over the place, and they were as visible as they were given what we were doing. If you were doing different things, they weren't quite as visible.
That's true.
For you.
That's true.
So regardless of the fact that they still were there, they were very much like, anybody listening, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. They were absolutely fucking there. It's not like they just weren't. No, they existed. Right. But depending on what you were doing, depending on, what your interests were at the time, depending on what company you worked for, whatever the case may be, depending on what school you went to, because again, just because my computer got a computer lab when I was in 5th grade, don't mean other schools had computer labs when I was in 5th grade.
I can almost guarantee you that Murray E. Rodman School.
No, I went to Murray E.
Murray E. Rodman had that when you shit changed. I went to Murray E. Rodman, and I'm telling you, we ain't had shit.
No, we had a computer lab. By the time I hit 5th grade, we had a computer lab.
Nigga, we were sharing books.
Well, yes, I'm aware, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, I know that other elementary schools likely did not have computer labs.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm seriously flabbergasted that there would.
I mean, to be fair, all we were doing at that point in time was typing. Like typing.
I get that.
Right.
I'm talking about them even. Bro, they used to call 204 when I was going there a Title something school, which meant we broke as shit. We ain't got shit. So I have to imagine there was by the time you got there. I
have to imagine there was donations.
Oh, well, yeah. I have to imagine. Yeah, could have been. I didn't even know you went to Murray E. Rodman. I didn't even know you went to Murray E. Rodman.
Yeah.
You from the village?
Stop, Eddie, shut up. Eddie, shut up. No, you from the village? It was even at Lyndhurst. That was only out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But shut up, Eddie.
You from the village, so I should have been like, village. Most of
the but the village is still the village, nigga. So
shut up.
The village is still the village, so it ain't like
village still the village. Yeah,
you know the village.
No.
This nigga went. Did this nigga just say the Ville, yo?
The Ville? Really... No, nigga. That's not a. Whoo. That's not a. Anyway, moving on. Again, it goes back to the whole thing. Two things.
Jonathan said lots of Oregon Trail played in community lab.
That's funny. Yeah. So I just got my yearly evaluation at work. This is the reason why I love working in my particular department. And again, I want to, for those who haven't heard me address this before, I want to clarify and be very specific. I hate having to work,
but he likes the job.
I'm good with where my job and my department. Yeah, I'm good with that, but I don't like. Let's not get this.
That's why I told your ass, if we ever got the bag, I don't want to hear.
I'm hiding.
You're gonna get kidnapped.
I'm hiding for like 3 months,
nigga.
I'm hiding from you for like 3 months.
I got money. I'm going to. Like, nigga, you are not. We're not doing that. I'm literally go down to every other one of them damn buildings and be like, "This nigga's rich. How the fuck is he coming down?"
No, but Tom, he has to put in his 2 weeks. Like it's professional.
No, it ain't even about no,
nigga.
It ain't even about the.
I mean, they gave him the opportunity to give him a job. He has to at least give him 2 weeks.
No, it's not even about the 2 weeks. That's funny. That's funny. It's not even about the 2 weeks. Why not get more money in the whatever? That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point of this conversation.
This will change. I'm gonna tell you why I know this will change. Because my wife used to say similar things. Well, I need to stay to help to get the transit. She don't say.
Whoa! To be clear, hold on. No. To be clear, that was altruistic. This is not. That's it is not about. I do not.
This nigga.
I'm not gonna say
on a plane. Like.
Anyway, moving forward.
Shit, like
moving forward. So, like I said, this is the reason I like my particular department. I got a raise, which keeps the streak alive. Keeps the streak alive. Listen, some people, like, if you're listening to this podcast and you happen to be one of the people that didn't get a raise, I'm sorry. Listen, I think it's been like 6 years straight. So, sorry. Do better. I don't know, but in the past, I've gone into the evaluation season thinking that I absolutely deserved a raise. Like in my head, being like, "Yo, I'm getting a raise." Like, it's no way that I'm not. I didn't feel that way this year. This year was more like, I'm probably gonna get a raise. I think. Am I gonna get a raise? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get a raise. Mainly because in the past, it was so much work and so much responsibility that I had to apply throughout the year that by the end of the year, I was like, I need to be compensated for this. That wasn't really the case this year. I didn't get worked as hard, phrasing, as I have in the past, in the previous 2 or 3 years. So this year I was like, I would not really be surprised if I didn't get a raise, but I still want, because the fuck. Yeah, right. But on to the reason I love my department. So it's 2 reasons. 1, they get it. And 2, they take accountability. So I had 2 critiques. Well, I mean, they had 2 critiques of me. One of them was actually related to something I just said on this goddamn show recently. I do not remember if it was this past week or the week before, but I was talking about how people would not see me and then use that as an excuse for why they weren't doing their work.
That's stupid.
They asked me, but back to my department, they asked me to try and make sure that everybody sees me when I go from job to job. I'm like, all right, that's not crazy. Related to that, though, times will come up where someone will ask me for something that is not my job, like literally that I can't help them with. And what they'll do is, instead of them telling the right person, they won't fucking do anything. So
problem solving one.
I expressed, bruh, like what? So I expressed to them like, yo, that is crazy. That is absolutely ridiculous. And they were like, we agree. I'm like, oh.
He just knew
I thought I was fighting. I was fighting for this. I thought I was fighting for this stance, and they're like, "No, you're right." I'm like, "Oh,
10-4."
They were like, "Yeah, but just do us a favor, and whenever that shit happens, just make sure you tell us." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Basically,
I could do that.
You be walking around this motherfucker. If you didn't get a raise, then I feel for you, son. I got now problems, but a raise ain't one.
So, but here's the thing. When I said how crazy it was like, yeah, it is kind of crazy. And I already have basically I was like, bet. And since then, this happened yesterday. Okay. Since then, I already have something to tell them.
Of course.
Because I'm putting cases on all them bitches.
Yep, on all them bitches.
I don't know who made the complaint, but everybody gotta get it now.
Mm-hmm. King Kong don't got nothing on him. You just live here. Run these computers.
Thanks. So the other complaint. I tried my hardest to not laugh.
Oh my god,
bruh. Crazy.
I
tried my best to not laugh, and I think I accomplished it when they told me the second complaint. The second complaint was my boss noticed that I had more idle time than before. I literally just mentioned that. Like I literally just said, I feel like this past year I wasn't working as hard as I had the previous two. Her response
about that. I got a question about that.
What?
So the stuff you were responsible for was getting done, right? Like
let me land. Okay. Let me land. This is where the accountability comes in. She took responsibility for that.
Interesting.
She said that's kind of our fault for not giving you more things to do. And she specifically brought up an instance from like last week where there was something that needed to be done. She realized James could do this. She tells me about it. She asked me to do it. I did it with no issue. And she's like, what the hell? She said she doesn't know if it's pride. She doesn't know what it is. But there are times when things are going on where they forget that they could just let me do it. Right. And I'm like, okay. The only problem that I have is she wants me to ask.
Oh, see.
And that's so unnatural for me.
Anything else y'all need for me to do?
Right. That's so unnatural for me.
But it's unnecessary also, because if they have shit for you to do, they could just let you know they have.
Oh, no. So here's the thing. Here's the reason. In general, you're right. In my specific situation, it's slightly different because the way that my company works, remember, I'm technically in corporate America, but my company is still a small company.
Right.
It's a small business. So the way that things work at my job, your job description, I don't remember when they started doing this, but at some point they started putting in everybody's job description at the end, other duties as assigned. No, that's facts, Discord.
Yeah, that's how you do that shit.
That's facts, Discord. So what happens is, so even though we're the IT department, my boss's duties go beyond IT. Right. What she has to do, what she's responsible for, goes beyond IT. So because we work under her, those things trickle down. Shut up. Those things trickle down from time to time. So what happens is, and also our company is so fucking different. It's so unique in the way that it does certain things. So there are certain things that if it was at a normal company, I would absolutely be able to do. Right. But there are certain things that because of the unique way that we handle things, I would have to be taught how to do it. And it saves more time for one of them to do it than to teach me to do it.
Right.
So that's the issue that comes up. Well, I'm IT, so elements of cybersecurity.
Right.
But again, there are other things that happen that we're responsible for. Like I take care of inventory for the certain documents and things that have to be sent out to tenants and all that. I take care of the inventory for that type of shit. So like it's a bunch of little things that don't directly have to do, like they know. It's almost to the point where anything that happens that's computer related, they defer to me.
Right.
But the other shit, I don't really, if it's specific to my company, I don't know nothing about it.
It looked kind of rough. Might need some.
Oh God. Anyway, so that's really where that issue comes in. Like in context, I'm not upset at the hey, ask more, but it's still so fucking unnatural for my personality.
What it is to me is, and this is just a small pet peeve, it's Western work culture.
Yes, absolutely.
Says,
absolutely. You have to look busy.
Yeah, you have to look busy and shit.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's the thing. But again, it's part of the reason why I keep getting these raises.
That's true too.
Because I take shit off of their plates.
Right.
So it frees them up to do other things. And when when evaluations come around, my boss is like, oh, well, James did like in this situation where she was like, yeah, the other day when I asked you to do this thing, you just did it with no problem and it was done well and it was done. Yeah, because
it was fine.
I understand. Well, listen to me. Hold up. What I ain't tell her is I almost fucked it up. Right?
But I got it. He was right there on the edge.
I was right on the line.
Tipped over into
it'd have been over.
Got this raise.
It'd have been nigga. But
on the edge.
Like it's that type of thing where like I've always said, I've said on here, no matter what your job is, if you're an entrepreneur, if you think you're your own boss, right, your job is to make the work life concerning what you do better for the person above you.
That's true.
So if you are an entrepreneur, it's your customers.
Right.
So this goes for everybody. Every human that has to do some type of labor in order to get money, your job, regardless of what your title says, is to make the lives of the people above you.
It's funny you say that because this is literally, I got this talk from Calvin Ford.
Mm-hmm.
I gave this talk to the people under me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have me looking crazy out here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Don't have me going upstairs to upper management.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some shit in their hand that I don't know nothing about. That should never be a thing. And you know, it's a lot of people. Like one thing I'll say about Calvin is he had a reputation for being a hatchet man.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what was happening. And when I first met him, I thought that about him too. That's not what was happening. What was happening was upper management was using him as a scapegoat.
Yep.
And saying, Calvin wants you gone.
Right.
I want you gone. And that trickled down into the regular workers, right? So the belief that he was that type of guy was that I thought it too. But Calvin gave me my first opportunity down there because I was a temp. He gave me some responsibility. He said, hey, every night you line all this stuff up here so everybody can come and grab that stuff and clean that area. Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I did that shit every damn night before it was time to leave. So when a spot opened up on the overnight shift, I was the first person he thought of. He was like, yo, my man's here. If you want, you can go on overnight with the new crew we doing, that's doing the overnight cleanup crew.
Right.
And eventually I worked my way up to becoming a supervisor. But same shit he said to me about just don't have me looking crazy. It's the same shit I told all of them, and the ones of them that lived by that, they got a raise every period.
That's how it works. Yep.
They got protected when some shit was a mistake. I'm going in there fighting for them and shit. The ones of them that played stupid, like the one girl Peaches, who thought she could steal time from the company and still be cool. I was cool, and she should know better because she was a supervisor. She should know better. You want to steal time? You want to send your ass out there where the security guard is and front the fucking time clock where everybody is coming in the building, including other managers and supervisors, and run your fucking cake hole about whatever you want to talk about because you can do that because you're still on the clock a little bit and they see you. And then I get the email talk about one of your workers is out there, man, this, and then I tell you, and then you still do that shit. I'm firing your dumb ass.
Facts.
You can get mad. You can go cry to your other friends and shit that was on the shift. But you gotta remember, a lot of those people come from the school of Morpheus. That's what they called me down there. They come from my school. And the first thing they told it was like, you did that to yourself.
Facts.
And man, not gonna look crazy because of you.
Not at all. You're not going to put me under the. Here's the thing. Two things can be true. Again, two things can be true.
Hey, yo, Discord is dumb. He says so. So the best way to train employees is to promote them to customer.
No, I think that would have the reverse effect. So you can have a disdain for the system and know how to play the game.
Exactly.
It's that simple. Moving on. Get these two out the way. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for M.I. the asshole.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
So, I mean, this was am I the asshole for not, quote, just dropping it and putting a blanket veto on all TV show names for our son?
Wait a minute, what?
I'm just gonna have to read it. Me and my wife are having our first kid soon, and I know it is going to be a boy. It's been hard to come to an agreement on names. She is very firm on picking a name that we both agree on, but we pretty much have opposite tastes. I have a very, very basic and common first name, which I like. So I gravitate towards simple and classic names like William and Daniel. She likes not that. She suggested the name Dean the other day, and I was considering. Yes. And I was considering it until I found out she picked it because it was the name of her teen TV crush. She dug in her heels. And insisted that she just liked the name and wasn't going to name her kid after the character. And watching an old episode reminded her of the name. And I'm like, that is exactly what naming your kid after a TV character means. I mean, he has a point there. That is exactly what they. Okay, so I said, how about this? I'm going to give you a preemptive blanket veto on all TV show names. I don't want to hear suggestions for Little Zuko or Sherlock or anything like that. And literally any other name is on the table. Is that fair? And she said, no, that is not fair. And I'm being a dick and putting words in her mouth, phrasing. How you gonna put both of those in the same sentence?
I was about to say,
crazy.
Wait a minute.
My position.
What was she?
It got to be one of the other. Put both in her mouth. Yeah, it's true.
What was that?
Yeah.
A position. Damn, that's a wild way to start the next sentence. My position is that
which one? The couple of words.
my position is that if you're gonna try to pick a TV name for your own kid, at least own up to it and admit it's a TV name. I'm more annoyed at the transparent denial at this point than the fact that she suggested it in the first place. Am I the asshole? Yo, that's funny. Here's the problem. He's right that you're being disingenuous to say that you're not naming your child after a character. That's exactly what naming your child after a character means.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
At the same time, the year is 2024.
Yeah, so that's was not even on the air no more. Like,
it's very well but it's
on Netflix.
Very unlikely you're going to find a name that no character on any TV show ever has had? What the fuck do you mean?
And Dean is kind of common anyway. Though.
Dean is a common name outside of that.
It ain't nothing to do with goddamn supernatural
or the cult or demons and shit.
Right. It's just a name.
Oh, my fault.
Now again,
binge watching.
It's stupid. Again, you absolutely are trying to name your son after.
You are though. We're not saying you're not.
Right. We're not saying that's no. You are. However,
Dean is regular. Dean is
a regular ass name.
Regular, schmegular.
Like nobody. Like you would have to ask.
Naming your kid Castiel. All right, now
that's kind of different.
You're doing a lot right now. Right, you're doing a lot.
Here's the thing: somebody would have to ask, or you would have to tell them. This isn't something where the average person, if they've never seen that show, they wouldn't just assume. Right. No.
Did you do that for somebody? No.
Like, right. Like, what are you talking about? Like, who? Oh, my bad. Like, you can have plausible deniability. If anybody asked you, when you were with your son, what his name was, and you told him Dean, and he asked you if it was from that show, you could be like, what show? No. I have no idea what you're talking about. Because it's fucking Dean. It's a regular ass name. Like,
it's similar to like Jason or Jacob.
I named him after Dean Martin. Or
Mike said Dean Kane.
Dean Kane.
Like, bro, like, what are we? Hey, listen. Anyway, I gotta find. So obviously, everybody pretty much agrees that this person is the asshole. Yeah. I'm see if I can find one.
Dissenting view.
Yeah, because I can't imagine.
Dissenting views always start off like you're the asshole because peanut butter tastes great on popcorn. What we talking about?
I gotta, and like I feel crazy because this is simultaneously not a big deal and a huge deal. Like, because like, why the fuck does it matter if a character has it? But at the same time,
I'm literally named after the actor Michael Landon because when my mom was a kid, there was a movie called I Was a Teenage Werewolf with Michael Landon in it, and she like,
oh, hold up. Somebody gives a great, not the asshole that does not add anything to the fucking argument.
Wow.
It's simple. Both of you have to agree or it's a no. That's the rule she came up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go to the next one. I mean, that is the rule she came up with.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Am I the asshole? My sister-in-law thinks I wanted to purposely outshine her at her wedding. This happened at my what? Oh, okay. This person is a 26-year-old female. This happened at her husband's sister's 31 wedding. They got married last week. She said, "Please don't think of this as bragging."
Humble brag.
God damn it! Why would you start? Why would you start like that?
That's a humble brag.
Please don't think of this as bragging. I've always been considered physically pretty. Come the fuck on, bro.
All right. So look. That's what we not gonna do. You're not gonna humble brag something like this.
Yo.
What you doing?
But she will though.
Yeah, I mean she did. It happened. I have always been considered physically pretty. People have always told me that. To be fair, if you're going to try to express this sentiment, you could just substitute one word and it makes it better. You could say conventionally pretty.
Yeah,
because that would make it a little bit better than physically pretty.
She could have also
shut the fuck up.
Now,
yeah, she could have also
shut the fuck up. Said it at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I don't think it's not. Well, I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so let me see if it's necessary. People have always told me that, and it's its perks and its cons. I had a hard time because of this when I was in school. Because let's say that I was a stereotypical cheerleader. My point with this is that often other people either only paid attention to me because of my appearance, or they thought everything I did was against them. This is a big issue amongst girls, which I think might have something to do with this as well. So, the conflict. My husband and I got invited to the wedding. It was at a very fancy location, truly a very beautiful wedding. So I decided to dress up a little bit. I had a baby 3 months ago. I wore a dress with cleavage. When her and her husband were busy catching up with friends, some family members came and complimented my outfit with the always so necessary comment about how good I look because I've lost most of my baby weight. You know how much people like to talk about that. That's facts. Then the other incident was because we didn't bring our baby with us to the wedding. One of my friends was babysitting for us since she lives nearby. He only breastfeeds, so she had to drive him twice so I could feed him. The first time was when they were giving speeches, so I went to the car, breastfed him, and she left. And then the second time, some people wanted to see the baby. So as we were outside, because of the music, some of our family came to greet the baby. The thing is that my other sister-in-law posted photos of the wedding. She posted one of me and her, which said, quote, with the prettiest doll, unquote, because she calls me Barbie sometimes. My sister-in-law thought that was very nasty. She posted on IG saying that no matter what, some people always want to shine brighter than others and steal the spotlight, even on special occasions. I saw that and I sent her a text saying, hey, is everything okay? She didn't answer that day, but the next day she answered saying that I can't possibly be this tone deaf and that the post was about me. I was like, what? She said that because people were posting and talking about how pretty I looked at her wedding, how good I looked, how lucky my husband is, how pretty my baby is. You get the idea. I told her, sorry, but I don't really see how that has anything to do with me. She said that I'm doing this on purpose, and to back up her argument, she said that in the photo I posted, people were commenting on that kind of stuff. She insists that I wanted to outshine her by basically looking prettier and having people cool at my baby. So I think this just might be that female competition thing, because I've seen it other times. It wouldn't be weird to me if she thought that me dressing up or losing weight was something I've done to purposely harm her, because it has happened to me before. But I don't want to be too harsh, and I want to give the benefit of the doubt because maybe I was wrong. Edit, as I see this is a recurring question, I can't pump and leave a bottle for my baby because he doesn't want it. He would rather go hungry than drinking from the bottle. That was going to be my first question. He would rather go hungry than drink from the bottle, so that's not an option. We weren't discussing my looks all night. We discussed the wedding, the bride, and many other topics as well. Work, family, their trips, etc. I did not announce that my baby was outside. My baby was invited, but my husband and I decided to leave him with a friend. It wasn't a child-free wedding.
How dare she show up?
Bro, like I don't understand.
How dare she show up with her face, yo?
You know what I don't understand? The nerve of a nigga. Like
the other goal.
Like, what are we? I'm. OP
So
started this off rocky.
This, right? If I come into some place with all these muscles, right? I just happen to work out all year long.
Yeah,
if I come to the spot,
right.
I'm somehow doing something to make you look crazy because you're supposed to have the attention in this event. She walked in. How dare her walk in with her whole face? What the fuck are we talking about?
And how dare she feed her child?
Bruh.
You were supposed to come in there with one of those pestilent masks from back in the 1800s with the long fucking beak and shit. She's supposed to come and do that?
Hilarious.
Yo, people are people are fucking insane, yo.
Bruh.
You did this on purpose, coming here looking pretty.
Yo, and in the beginning of this, I was going to call her cocky, but as a disgraced rock rapper used to say, it ain't bragging if you do it and you back it up. I mean, if everybody else is calling you pretty and you caused a distraction, you being the cause of a distraction does not mean you caused a distraction.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So, like Tim said, what the fuck was she supposed to do?
She came in there.
She could have just not showed up, but then you would have been bitching about that.
Yeah, I legitimately don't understand why she caught the heat for that shit.
Okay, you're the asshole, kind of. Wait. You're the asshole, kind of. So, do you like or dislike the attention you receive? I ask because during the wedding, it seems like you are leaning into all the extra attention you receive. You were tone deaf if you thought that this attention craving behavior was okay. Someone who wasn't tone deaf would have deflected the attention back to the bride, aka the actual focus of the wedding. You should have never acquiesced to people demanding to see your baby. Weddings are not exactly the most sanitary events, so why, other than attention, would you want a bunch of people seeing your child? I just don't understand the behavior. That's why I don't think you're an asshole. That's why I don't think you're an asshole. What I do understand is the reaction that others had to your behavior. You went to a wedding with a chip on your shoulder in the form of being a competitive woman. What? Overall, not a great look if you're trying to appear humble. I don't think you're trying to appear humble, and that's the problem. As soon as you make the choice to show off your body, everyone's reaction to your other behavior makes sense.
Wow. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. She came in there wearing the color she was supposed to wear, but it was a bikini. Oh, wait a minute. No. She didn't. Jeez. This is what I just got finished talking about, how fucking stupid people actually are. Like, all she did was show up to a wedding that she was invited to. She has no control on how other people are going to react to her showing up with her face.
All right. So, somebody else. I went to a wedding a few years ago where the bride was a plain Jane. Really less that, if I'm being honest. Did I, quote, decide to dress up a little bit, end quote, show some cleavage in my banging bride? No, it's not my wedding. It's not my day. I dressed down. A simple and modest dress. Did I still feel good about myself? Absolutely. But it was the bride who really shone that day, as it should have been. If you are aware of how attractive you are, you need to plan accordingly for your events. This was not the event to show off your postpartum bod and look your best. Host a dinner party for that. Part of the privilege of having stunning genetics is the burden of knowing when to turn it down. You probably would have looked stunning in a grandma dress and no makeup. So you're the asshole. This reminds me of some dumbass shit I saw on Twitter, and I hope that I can find it so I can say it verbatim. This motherfucker said, please be in my bookmarks. Please be in my bookmarks. Because
so just get hot, loser.
Right. Get good. Get good. Here was the tweet. Here was the tweet. Get ready. Brace yourself, because it gives this energy. Brace yourself. This is a reminder that celebrating weight loss reminds your fat friends how. What up, sis? This is a reminder that celebrating weight loss reminds your fat friends how much you hate looking at them.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Please say that again. Please read that again. What?
This is a reminder that celebrating weight loss reminds your fat friends how much you hate looking at them.
What?
That's what that is?
Okay.
That's what that is?
Damn, I guess we all have to be unhealthy together. What the fuck?
Wait, to clarify, because Addy just be saying shit. To clarify, being bigger than someone else does not make you unhealthy.
Not mean you're unhealthy.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the lack of self-confidence,
nigga,
is a problem. It's just not her problem.
That part, you being insecure is a problem. It's the same shit we've been talking about all episode. Yeah. On a macro level, it is terrible that we make bigger people feel less than.
Yes.
However, an individual should be able to want to be thinner and more physically fit and be able to be happy about achieving that goal.
Yeah, facts.
What the fuck are we talking about? She said, if you want to show off your postpartum bod, have a dinner party. What the fuck are you talking about?
That sound to me like if you want to feel funky, feel free. That's all that shit sound like me. That's all that shit sound like me.
The only thing I slightly agree with, I don't even agree, I just understand the point, is the idea that you specifically decided to dress up. Not wear dressy clothes, but dress up. Like specifically to, all right, I'll give you that. I don't necessarily agree because it's a fucking fancy occasion. So generally, if you would be to go,
stop having style,
bro. Right? If you would be to go to a wedding reception, generally, if you walked in there with some fucking ripped jeans, and I don't mean fashion ripped jeans, I mean jeans that happen to rip, and a beige tinted white t-shirt, people would be upset with you because you weren't wearing the appropriate attire for the occasion. So when it's a fancy place and she puts on a good dress, I'm finding it hard to sympathize with.
Nigga, you. If I'm having this is the new rule. When I have my album release party, y'all can't have on sneakers that's better than mine.
Right. Right.
But that's facts though. You can't though. What the fuck you mean?
Yo, I can't. I'm just. You know what the good thing that comes out of this is though? Because more of situations like this, and you'll be aging 10 years a day too. These motherfuckers.
I don't see that as a good thing.
Well, for me it is. These motherfuckers are insane, bro. And unfortunately, those poor people that have these afflictions have to go through this shit, and it's sad that they do. Mm-hmm. But imagine you having to spend what appears to be a year in the day room of one of these institutions. And the only conversations you have to have is with these poor, afflicted people. By the time you come out of there, you'll be nuts. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what it sounds. This sounds like the day. All of this sounds like the conversation in the day room of one of those institutions that they put people away in. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right.
Hey yo, Ogma's ass, yo. That's like saying I can't walk my geese around town because Adequate is afraid of them. Like, they're my geese. What the fuck?
Bruh.
First off, you lame as fuck for having geese as pets. What did we have that?
I mean, hold up. I might agree with you there, but I'm saying, what if he puts a muzzle on him? Is it less lame?
Yeah, it's even lamer.
Oh.
Thanks.
Yo, what's wrong with people, yo?
You're the asshole. You purposely outshined her, and now you're trying to play the victim and basically bragging about how pretty you are. Well, hear me out. You are not so special, and probably you have nothing other than your good looks, which is anyway nothing special because a lot of people look good.
This nigga tried to use this as an excuse to attack her and say something mean and be insulting. That's all that was. Like, excuse me, Your Honor, I would like to have that stricken from the record. Immaterial.
From another pretty girl, you're the asshole. You don't choose to be conventionally beautiful. At least you use the right term. You don't choose to be conventionally beautiful, but you absolutely choose to dress up and act like a main character at a wedding. You can tell yourself all women are jealous of you, or you can assume that you are seeking attention in the wrong places. I have plenty of girlfriends, and I've never had a problem with women for being too pretty, for God's sakes.
I can't help that I'm the main character.
Yo, hold up. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that, right? Maybe this is because of how I feel about weddings. So I'm biased.
Yeah, weddings suck.
But there's depending on the size of the wedding reception, there's virtually no way that everybody's attention could be on the bride at all times.
It doesn't have.
It's not realistic.
That's not how life works, bro.
It's not possible. It's not how life works.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's so stupid. It said too pretty for what? What? Listen,
most of these the assholes have somebody complaining about the fact that she wore a dress to show cleavage.
Man, so I'm about to shock the world. Women have breasts.
Yo, you know what's funny? One of the responses started off, women have tits. So, I mean, same energy.
I feel like there's so much horse shit that it's coming out of people's fucking ears and it's ending up in these Reddit.
I don't think it's horse shit. I think it is
cow shit.
Well, I don't think it's horse shit unless you consider these people horses. Because I think it's just self-delusion wrapped in insecurity.
Yeah, that's
because again, I will stand by. She came off arrogant as fuck when she started.
That first shit that she said,
100%.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
100%.
But maybe there's no
just
good way to say
she's
that.
arrogant. Right. That's what I'm about to say.
Just
because she's arrogant and confident does not mean she intentionally tried to fuck this person's wedding up.
Right. And she might, like I said, it might not be a good way to say, like, imagine this. In a room full of MCs that all think they're the shit. You go, listen,
yo,
I can't help it that I'm better than all.
I hate you so much,
bitches.
I hate you so much because I was about to say it's not like I made that song and then went under his video and posted it under his video. Right. Hey, nigga, this is what you was asking for.
Right.
Listen to this.
Right.
Like,
hey, hold up, be right back.
Just because I'm a better rapper than you doesn't mean that I have to. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm absolutely a better rapper.
Imagine at a motherfucker's album release party. While they playing the songs from
I walk in with a boombox.
Walking with a boombox playing your shit.
I'm just saying.
All right, you too.
Yo, Arma said if you don't want to hear this trash, click this link.
Yo. I was about to say something that I cannot divulge publicly about a situation that took place.
Bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like, well, what are you like? I have that particular privilege over this particular person, but I'm not.
Hold up. I have a personal one that's about me. So it's not about somebody else's situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Napalm performed at this place called the Talking Head, downtown Baltimore. It was at somebody's album release party. Right?
That was your personal thing.
They had like probably 6 other acts, and they were supposed to go on last as the main whatever because it's their album release party. It's time to show off and do all this other stuff. Me and Napalm got up there and burned the building down.
Of course.
There was motherfuckers because it was a 2-story club. There was motherfuckers coming from upstairs, lined up all on the steps down there because it was so packed, singing the hook to his song Skills. Everybody, skills, nigga, skills. It's all about skills like that, right? Burnt the place down. And then this nigga had to come after us.
See, and that's what I'm talking about.
He was ass.
No, you fucked up. You fucked up for that. You fucked up for that.
We can't help that we rap better and had better music. I didn't know what he was going to play. I didn't know this nigga. This was Napalm's nigga. I ain't know him. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying Palm is the asshole?
No, I'm not saying that. Listen.
Yeah, that's exactly what you just said. You said Palm know this nigga. No, there's no way. No. I do not believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe that there's any. I don't believe there's any universe where Palm knew this nigga and never listened to any of his shit, but was still willing to go. Yeah, no, I'm not buying that.
Old shit. He probably didn't hear this new shit. He was revealing that.
That's technically possible.
So
I still don't think that's how that went down.
Don't get nice.
Yo, no facts. However,
y'all could have just like never made the songs.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could have.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
But no, like Palm. I feel like Palm had a vendetta.
No,
he slighted Palm in some way. Whether it was perceived or actual, And Palm was like, I got you, nigga.
We just
I got you. I know what to do. I know what to do. Don't worry about it. Oh, and then dude tried to come in the apologize. No, we good. We good. Matter of fact, you need an opener for your album release party. I'm sure that's how it went. You can't convince me otherwise.
Listen.
You can't convince me otherwise.
All I know is I just can't. I just came. I produced the beats. I just came in there and did what I do. Napalm.
I'm not saying that this is no. See, before you said the other name, I would give you plausible. It's plausible that you just came in there and performed. That's plausible. That's not what happened with Palm.
Listen. We ain't know how the crowd was going to react to nothing we did. Right. And mind you, this was the first time me and Napalm ever performed together.
Okay. That changes nothing.
But y'all still went out there to perform that song because
we performed a lot of songs.
But y'all didn't know
changes
that
nothing.
Okay.
Yo, I mean, to be truthful, from the first song, it started getting crazy. This is
exactly the point that I'm making. You're not helping the argument.
It was orchestrated.
The argument. Yeah, it was orchestrated.
Jason?
Palm knew what's happening. Palm knew exactly what was happening.
But
it's cool.
Where Palm at now? See, all the other times, this motherfucker popped in here, calling motherfuckers names and shit.
Palm set that nigga up.
Where the fuck is
Palm
he now?
set that nigga up. It's not okay. I mean, that nigga still rap?
I don't know. But I think, I know he rapped after this incident. I know he did.
Oh, okay. So it didn't kill his spirit completely.
No, but yo, it was clear. Like the difference.
I'm sure he was upset.
But it wasn't just
him.
He
was upset.
It wasn't just him. Them other 5 motherfuckers or whatever, they wasn't doing what we was doing.
Well,
and it was one that was Jive all right. His production.
Mm-hmm.
He made his own. His production was Jive all right, but he didn't get the same response. We was on some shit. That night. It was our first time performing together. What the fuck? Like,
let me go ahead and upload this song.
Oh no, I got you, fam. I got you. I'm on YouTube right now, fam.
All right, that's it.
We want to thank all of you once again for joining us on another rousing episode of the Black Culture Geek, aka the Saturday morning cartoon block.
Facts.
You guys being here every week is what inspires us to continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We damn sure ain't getting no money. So, continue to come, contribute.
Praising.
Shut up.
Relax.
Well, that's what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
True. Relax after. Also, do not forget, there's always music.
Always.
There's always music. New music, old music, upcoming music. There's always music from us, Raiden, from Sci-Fi. Go check that out. Run them numbers up. We really appreciate you. Do not forget that my sister, his significant other, Chrissy,
thank you for getting that right.
Shut up. Yeah. You know, Chrissy with her heard it through the grapevine. They just had a good one last week. They're going to be doing it again.
And I think, facts, Jonathan. I think not 2 days from now, but the week after, I'll be on there.
Okay, dope. That's very dope. Also, don't forget, those of you that have joined the Majestic Comics Patreon, typically when the month switches over, there's sometimes be some crazy stuff with the people's cards and it unsubscribes you. So make sure to go and check to make sure your subscriptions are up to date. Don't want you to miss any of the content that we're putting up there. And of course, we appreciate you guys for all you do, because that you guys help us keep the lights on and shit.
Facts.
Also, just be on the lookout. We'll be giving you guys some more updates for the Reaper Legion store, for all my Legionnaires, the support, and just rep the Legion. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And of course, later on this year, we're doing our escape wear line, me and SPJ. So be on the lookout for that, because I know some of y'all gonna have somebody to go on vacation. I might as well wear our stuff on vacation. I will stock up with our stuff and shit. But yeah, So for my man SPJ,
you,
and my brother Adequate,
yo,
I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.